as friends.
It's really nice to be able to work with a local company that cares so much.
Just top-notch people, good community members.
Excellent customer service. We've just been really happy.
Centricom, 110 years of service.
Are you looking for comfort, quality, and reliability with your furniture, appliances, or electronics? That's exactly what you find at Beck's Home Furnishings in Mount Pleasant. Choose from a variety of Ashley furniture items, do-it-best appliances, and quality electronics. So whether you're looking for a good night's sleep, relaxing in your favorite chair, having a pleasant family dinner, or getting the chores done, Beck's can help. Plus, Beck's has outstanding prices and special sales every week. Visit them today at 14 West Main in Mount Pleasant or online at shopbecks.com.
MKJ Construction has been serving Central Utah and the surrounding area for over 30 years. Whether you have a project as large as a new road or water line or as intricate as a decorative landscape feature, we have the experience and equipment to complete any size project. We also deliver sand, gravel, road base, topsoil, and landscaping boulders. Call MKJ Construction at 427-9299, 427-9299, and see what we can do for you.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
We have an obligation to make the community around us better.
Even though we've grown quite a lot, we still maintain the neighborhood home, we're going to take care of you kind of attitude at Centricom.
We have an old bus that's kind of scary looking, and we fire the old bus up and we throw everybody in it and we head off to a community and do a service project.
We just have to give back because the community has given so much to us. We love this community.
Centricom, 110 years of service.
Centricom Channel 10 Sports and Mid-Utah Radio, the sports leader in South Central Utah, now present another exciting high school football game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the football field for simulcast coverage of high school football on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
Visit your Sanpete Valley Conoco in Moroni, where you'll find courteous service at the convenience store and the world-famous Sanpete barbecue turkey sandwiches. Sanpete Valley Conoco is the place for refreshing frazzles, irresistible treats, delicious pizza, and the only place to get the new Yo Cream. Yogurt, only creamier with lots of toppings, and the new Boba Bursts, a new experience in eating ice cream. They also serve all of Central Utah with bulk fuel, oil, and lube delivery, whether in the drum or bucket. Visit Sanpete Valley Conoco at the junction of highways in Moroni.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
State Farm Insurance and Financial Services is your best choice for dependable insurance coverage and finance options. Local agent Danny Dykes in Moroni offers all types of insurance, as well as State Farm Financial Services, where you're able to finance your dreams through State Farm Bank. State Farm also offers the Pocket Agent app for smartphones and the new Drive Safe and Save discount. Visit your local State Farm Insurance and Financial Services office in Moroni. Phone 800-347-8601. That's 800-347-8601.
The mayor, city council, and residents in the cities of Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Moroni wish the North Sanpete Hawks the best of luck this season. The entire community is proud to support North Sanpete High School in preparing the future leaders of Sanpete County. They're committed to ensuring that area youth are provided the best opportunities to learn the important lessons of life through academics and athletic competition. Good luck to the players, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body from the cities of Fairview, Moroni, and Mount Pleasant.
Centricom is positioned incredibly well for the future.
We have become the second largest fiber system in the state, Centricom has.
We provide data services for the Wasatch Front, school districts, and hospitals, libraries.
We now serve over 7,000 internet customers in our area, which is amazing.
We are prepared for the future and excited about the future.
Centricom, 110 years of service.
I hate to use the cold word, but winter's going to be on us faster than a bug on chrome, and cold is just what it's going to be. Stalling Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning to the rescue. They service all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners. They're authorized dealers for Lennox, Carrier, and Trane furnace systems. Stalling Sheet Metal also has a full line of wood, gas, and pellet burning stoves and fireplaces. It's time to get your heating system serviced for winter. Call today. Stalling Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning in Mount Pleasant.
Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant is a proud sponsor of North Sanpete High School sports on the radio and wishes the team the best of luck in this season. The entire staff and management of Terry Brotherson Excavating are committed to supporting various academic and athletic programs to help prepare our youth for life. Providing all types of excavating work throughout the state of Utah, Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant. Happy to support the North Sanpete Hawks this season.
The Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi offers state-of-the-art rehabilitation services. The physical therapy department is committed to providing patients with the highest quality rehabilitative services. As part of the hospital team, board-certified physical therapists work closely with doctors and other healthcare professionals in coordinating and caring for patients. In addition, they have a specialist with 14 years experience that's certified by the Academy of Wound Care. Next time you or a loved one needs rehabilitation services, think of Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi.
Many people often ask, what does Ecolife actually do? The real question is, what don't they do? Ecolife has a long list of services, including fertilizer, weed control, sprinkler systems, sod, rock walls, Roundup and sterilant, agriculture weed and pest control, colored and stamped concrete. And don't forget about spider, ant,
call Ecolife at 283-6002 for your free estimate. That's 283-6002.
Sidewalks, trees, shrubs, and other plants, as well as sprinkler systems.
Cache Valley Bank was organized in 1975, and since its inception, they've been providing services to small businesses, farmers, and residents of Utah. Cache Valley Bank has experienced steady growth over the years and is excited to expand with the recent purchase of the local America West Bank branches located in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, Nephi, Loa, and Price. Cache Valley Bank is excited to be a part of your community with the same great people and the same great service. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Terrell Thriftway in Mount Pleasant is always working hard to be your neighborhood grocer. And with items like their famous ugly steaks, I mean, how can something so ugly going on the grill taste so good coming off? And their homemade salsa and cowboy caviar are a hit anywhere they're served. And in the bakery, you'll find Terrell's own roll and scone dough that will brighten up any get-together. Plus, Terrell's prides itself on its produce department, where the finest and fresh produce at great prices can always be found. Drop in today for the best in prices and friendly service. Your neighborhood grocer, Terrell Thriftway in Mount Pleasant.
Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, contact Carol Carver Insurance Agency, 489 South Main Street in Ephraim.
Hey, sports fans, paint the town red with the help of Qual's Quality Paints from Christy Anson Glass and Paint in Mount Pleasant. Thinking about painting your house this fall? You don't want to paint it twice by using cheap paint from box stores. Use the paint specifically selected for the Rocky Mountains. Qual Paint.
When I was thinking
What do you do? Oh, you don't hear anything, do you? Just us talking? No. Oh, now we should be talking. It's got a nice picture of the Salt Lake City in the background. Okay.
That's a lot of computers. A lot of screens.
So
I can't even see the game. No, I can't.
Says 2050 in one now. Oh wait, it just disappeared. They turned it off. They turned it off. No, they didn't turn it off. Oh, am I looking at internet or live? Okay, so I got where'd it go? It's hard to see. Okay, it's gonna be 2030 now. Okay, 20 seconds for the intro. No, in 20 seconds. I'll tell you when to hit it.
Centricom Channel 10 Sports and Mid-Utah Radio, the sports leader in South Central Utah, now present another exciting high school football game broadcast. This sports broadcast on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
To Judge Memorial High School in Salt Lake City, Utah for the 3A high school football playoffs here on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio on the Eagle 94.5 FM. I'm Mike Trena alongside Jeff Erickson and, of course, Nate Palmer here for the North Sanpete Hawks visiting the Judge Memorial Bulldogs in a 3A playoff game here in Salt Lake City as Judge is the home team. Jeff, a beautiful day for football, as you see a beautiful view of Salt Lake City in the background, as well as we're here near the U of U here in Salt Lake City.
It's a fantastic view of downtown, and the field is kind of perched up above the blocks, and it's got a fence around it. If you could paint a picture, we're perched up in a very high box as well with the steep bleachers behind us. You could really see all the way out to all the buildings in downtown Salt Lake.
Kind of a beautiful scenery here, and we're ready for a nice football game with a beautiful afternoon. It's going to be maybe a bit chilly, but I tell you, not as chilly as it could be here in Salt Lake City, which is 10 degrees warmer than back in Sanpete County.
Yeah, the temperature gauge in the car just kept creeping up as we got closer and got up to where there was a lot more concrete than in Sanpete, the Sanpete Valley. But this area and this atmosphere, this McCarthy Stadium is pretty impressive. Obviously, there's some AstroTurf instead of grass. Pretty nice.
Definitely so. Well, the North Sanpete Hawks coming into this playoff game with a huge victory last week over the Delta Rabbits in a play-in game. North Sanpete Hawks come into this game 3-7 overall, 2-3 in 3A South play. They finished in a third-place tie. In their last 3 games, they are 2-1. They beat Canyon View 33-26, then lost to Morgan 35-0. And then last week in a thriller, defeated the Delta Rabbits by a score of 16-14. Justin Lee kicked a field goal from 37 yards out as time expired, and the Hawks, who were trailing 14-13, won the game 16-14. He hit 3 field goals in the game. Brady Wheeler finished the game 19 of 26 for 182 yards and a touchdown. Zach Lee, the player of the game, had 8 catches for 84 yards, and that loss snapped the Rabbits' 38 consecutive playoff appearances as the Hawks knock them out in brilliant style.
Yeah, that's a marquee win for Coach Matt Roberts and his, program that's on the rise. The numbers are getting bigger of participants. The wins are getting bigger along with it as well over Delta to qualify for the playoffs.
Well, the Judge Memorial Bulldogs are 8-2 on the season, 5-0 in 3A North play. They finished 5-0, and they are the North champs in Class 3A. And, of course, they're on an 8-game win streak. Lost the first 2 games of the season against larger schools like Pineview and Woods Cross, but then reeled off 8 straight victories. In their last 3, they beat Emory 37-12, knocked off Manti 49-20, and then beat Morgan 28-14 to win the 3A North championship. In that football game for Judge Memorial, Max Barnett had a strong game, 10 carries for 133 yards, 2 touchdowns. Henry Garcia had 8 rushes for 73 yards, and Mark Barnett had 8 rushes for 65 yards and a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
That's a great way to cap off a great season because Morgan is a high-quality program. North Sanpete also played Morgan, and Morgan beat the Hawks 35-0 a couple of weeks ago, and then, as you mentioned, 28-14 Judge over Morgan last week.
Well, it's North Sanpete visiting Judge Memorial and 3A high school football on Centricom Channel 10 as well as KLGL Radio. We're going to take a break. When we come back in 2 minutes, we'll take a look at interviews with both coaches, head coach James Cordova of Judge Memorial and Matt Roberts of North Sanpete. We'll return after this 2-minute timeout on the Snow College pregame show.
Visit your Sanpete Valley Conoco in Moroni, where you'll find courteous service at the convenience store and the world-famous Sanpete barbecue turkey sandwiches. Sanpete Valley Conoco is the place for refreshing frazzles, irresistible treats, delicious pizza, and the only place to get the new Yo Cream. Yogurts, only creamier with lots of toppings, and the new Boba Bursts, a new experience in eating ice cream. They also serve all of Central Utah with bulk fuel, oil, and lube delivery, whether in the drum or bucket. Visit Sanpete Valley Conoco at the junction of highways in Moroni.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
State Farm Insurance and Financial Services is your best.
Cities of Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Moroni wish the North Sanpete Hawks the best of luck this season. The entire community is proud to support North Sanpete High School in preparing the future leaders of Sanpete County. They're committed to ensuring that area youth are provided the best opportunities to learn the important lessons of life through academics and athletic competition. Good luck to the players, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body from the cities of Fairview, Moroni, and Mount Pleasant.
Welcome back to the Snow College pregame show here on Centricom Channel 10, and also
way up, and it's probably the most focused I've ever seen them. We've had a good week of practice, and we're excited to be in the playoffs and make some noise.
Pretty awesome win last week against the Delta Rabbits. 3 field goals by Justin Lee, one at the last second. What was the feeling as the field was rushed by the players and the coaches?
You know, that was a cool experience for these boys and for us as coaches and our whole community. To have a 4th down stop and then a last drive and then a kick with the 2 seconds left and the time expires to win the game. Those 3 in a row like that, it's pretty hard to get a game like that, and that was pretty special.
What kind of control did you feel you had over that last sequence? I mean, I know you had Coach Tyler Bailey calling some of the plays and stuff. As a head coach, how did you feel? I mean, I'm kind of helpless, I'm sure.
No, it's the good thing about my headset, Jeff, is I can switch over to the offense and I can hear everything. And, a lot of people asked me if I was nervous, and I wasn't nervous. I was more nervous before the game, but just to see what we had prepared for, and everything was crisp, and we knew how many timeouts we had, and everything just fell right into line. So it's like we're supposed to be here. So
that's great comments, excellent comments. Playing the Judge Memorial Catholic High School Bulldogs, obviously a nice facility and a nice field. How do you think this is going to play into it with the turf rather than the grass?
The turf speeds the game up, and so we're not going to complain about that. We make our kids faster, and I'm used to playing on turf down at Desert Hills, and I like the turf. But this is a great venue up here on the east side of Salt Lake, and number 1 team in the state. But like I told my boys, it's 0-0, and then once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. And Judge's coach is aware of that. As I was talking to him, they've been out the first round last 2 years, and so their boys know how they can't overlook us tonight, or their season will be over.
So you've had quite a good group of some seniors on this football team that have made a big difference for you and have been leaders. Maybe mention a few of those players who you feel have really led the way. Obviously, you have more than just seniors that are leading the way as well.
After we broke down film last week, one senior on our O-line that really impressed me was Taylor Olson. Taylor's a kid that kind of doesn't get looked at a lot of the times, and he had some great blocks, did his job all night, and I was very impressed with his play. On the defensive side, Marco too, he's been a beast all year long. Anybody that's followed us saw that they have to take 2 and they have to cut him and high-low him. He's a beast to try to block. So those are 2 that have really played well for us in the trenches.
Awesome. What do you know about Judge Memorial? What do they do well, and maybe what worries you about them, and how do you stop them?
This is about the 4th week in a row we faced a double wing option team. And so, like I've told the boys this morning, even when we were watching some film, it's like everything's been preparing us for this moment. Having said that, Judge is a beast. They have 2 fullbacks that are probably the best fullbacks in the option I've seen for a while. Their quarterback's athletic and smart, and then their wingbacks. I think number 19 is probably the most talented athlete in 3A. So we've got our work cut out for us, but we just got to be able to tackle. We got to have short tackling and make them, where the hit occurs, them to go down.
Awesome. Just as a concluding question, maybe as a coach, I like to hear who have been your mentors and who have been your coaching pedigree, I guess you could say. Who have you stole your stuff from?
A lot of it obviously comes from Coach Mark Wooten. He's somebody that I love and respect, and we were texting back and forth this morning, and this is the first time Mark's missing the playoffs in a long time up there. And it was nice for him to take a moment in his morning to reach out to me. Another one would be Jake Nelson from St. George. He was the head coach at Dixie and then Desert Hills. And a lot of stuff, he basically trained me as a coach. And I learned a lot from him. He was a very successful coach down there. So somebody who I love and respect a lot as well.
Awesome. Any final comments for anybody at home who may have been supporting you all year or that may not be able to drive up and watch the game?
Hopefully we put a show on for everybody, and like we did last week, hopefully there's more. We loved the field goals last week, but I want touchdowns this week. But we sure love our fans, and hopefully we can put 2 more weeks of show on for them.
Awesome. Good luck today, Matt.
Thanks, Jeff.
That was Coach Matt Roberts of the North Sanpete Hawks. We'll send it back to the studios for this break.
Centricom is positioned incredibly well for the future.
We have become the 2nd largest fiber system in the state, Centricom has.
We provide data services for the Wasatch Front, school districts, and hospitals, libraries.
We now serve over 7,000 internet customers in our area, which is amazing.
We are prepared for the future and excited about the future.
Centricom, 110 years of service.
I hate to use the cold word, but winter's going to be on us faster than a bug on chrome, and cold is just what it's going to be. Stalling sheet metal heating and air conditioning to the rescue. They service all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners. They're authorized dealers for Lennox, Carrier, and Trane furnace systems. Stalling Sheet Metal also has a full line of wood, gas, and pellet burning stoves and fireplaces. It's time to get your heating system serviced for winter. Call today. Stalling Sheet Metal heating and air conditioning in Mount Pleasant.
Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant is a proud sponsor of North Sanpete High School sports on the radio and wishes the team the best of luck in this season. The entire staff and management of Terry Brotherson Excavating are committed to supporting various academic and athletic programs to help prepare our youth for life. Providing all types of excavating work throughout the state of Utah, Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant. Happy to support the North Sanpete Hawks this season.
The Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi offers state-of-the-art rehabilitation services. The physical therapy department is committed to providing patients with the highest quality rehabilitative services. As part of the hospital team, board-certified physical therapists work closely with doctors and other healthcare professionals in coordinating and caring for patients. In addition, they have a specialist with 14 years experience that's certified by the Academy of Wound Care. Next time you or a loved one needs rehabilitation services, think of Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi.
Welcome back to the Centricom and Mid-Utah Radio pregame show as the North Sanpete Hawks are visiting the Judge Memorial Bulldogs here in Salt Lake City. I'm here with head coach James Cordova of the Bulldogs. Coach, thanks for taking the time with us.
Glad to be here.
Great. Tell us about your team this season. What do you like about your team, and what have they done that's been pretty successful?
You know, we are definitely a run-first team. We've had a couple games where we've attempted no passes. You know, we've been working on this concept, but it really seemed to have solidified the last few weeks, and it's been fun to watch. They just kind of seem to take over and run it themselves.
Well, Coach, give us some names of some of your players that you've been pleased with this year that have been playing well, maybe some seniors.
Caden Ellis is our quarterback. He's done an outstanding job. Max and Mark Barnett, our brothers that play wingback and fullback. Henry Garcia plays fullback and linebacker for us. And Michael Kearns plays wingback for us. All of them have had great seasons, great statistics.
Coach, you've been here 11 years, recently had a birthday. As you reflect on your 11 years here at Judge, what do you remember the most?
You know, it's funny. One of my favorite seasons was my first. We only won 3 games, but we were really happy to win those 3. We got into the playoffs. They were all region wins. And, you know, we were a lot like North Sanpete is. You know, we had nothing to lose, and we almost upset the number 1 seed.
Well, Coach, you're 5-0, number 1 seed here. Your only 2 losses come to larger schools. In those games, was that just early in the season? Probably games you'd have back, you probably win?
I don't know. I mean, you know, they were definitely more ready to play when we played Pineview. And, you know, Woods Cross is a heck of a team. They put up big points on everybody. So, you know, I mean, I'd love to replay them and see what happens. And you can never tell really what's going to happen on a given day. We're a lot better team now than we were then. So you'd like to see that opportunity. But, you know, I'm sure they've gotten better as well.
Coach, as you look at North Sanpete on film, what do you see? What are some of the worries you have?
You know, they've got a pretty good passing game that I think they discovered late against Delta. Really impressive. You know, the big fullback nose guard, I believe it is. Atu. Yeah, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast up there, you know, and on both sides of the ball. And, you know, they got a really good couple of running backs and some good receivers. You know, and I think they found their second season at the end of the game against Delta.
Coach, as you look at the keys to this game, what do the Bulldogs have to do well to come out with a victory, and then what do you have to do to shut the Hawks down?
Well, we have to run our game successfully, you know, and that's our focus every week. You know, we obviously have an opponent against us every week, but we try and run our stuff as cleanly as possible. That's our main focus. If we do that, we feel like the rest will take care of itself. For them, we got to stop them from throwing the ball successfully, and we got to neutralize that rush up front. They're pretty physical up front.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for the time. We want to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Head coach James Cordova of the Judge Memorial Bulldogs will send it back to the studios for this 2-minute timeout.
Many people often ask, what does Ecolife actually do? The real question is, what don't they do? Ecolife has a long list of services, including fertilizer, weed control, sprinkler systems, sod, rock walls, Roundup and Sterilant, agriculture weed and pest control, colored and stamped concrete. And don't forget about spider, ant,
Call Ecolife at 283-6002 for your free estimate. That's 283-6002.
Sidewalks, trees, shrubs, and other plants, as well as sprinkler systems.
Cache Valley Bank was organized in 1975, and since its inception, they've been providing services to small businesses, farmers, and residents of Utah. Cache Valley Bank has experienced steady growth over the years and is excited to expand with the recent purchase of the local America West Bank branches located in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, Nephi, Loa, and Price. Cache Valley Bank is excited to be a part of your community with the same great people and the same great service. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Terrell Thriftway in Mount Pleasant is always working hard to be your neighborhood grocer. And with items like their famous ugly steaks, I mean, how can something so ugly going on the grill taste so good coming off? And their homemade salsa and cowboy caviar are a hit anywhere they're served. And in the bakery, you'll find Terrell's own roll and scone dough that will brighten up any get-together. Plus, Terrell's prides itself on its produce department, where the finest and fresh produce at great prices can always be found. Drop in today for the best in prices and friendly service. Your neighborhood grocer, Terrell Thriftway in Mount Pleasant.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever, so help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, contact Carol Carver Insurance Agency, 489 South Main Street in Ephraim.
Hey, sports fans, paint the town red with the help of Qual's Quality Paints from Christy Anson Glass and Paint in Mount Pleasant. Thinking about painting your house this fall? You don't want to paint it twice by using cheap paint from box stores. Use the paint specifically selected for the Rocky Mountains. Qual Paint is formulated to withstand the region's harsh, volatile climate and look perfect year after year. And while you're at it, buy it from a dealer you can trust. Christy Anson Glass and Paint, 951 South State, Mount Pleasant.
And welcome back to the Snow College pregame show. Snow College ranks 6th in the nation in graduation rate according to CNN Money. Start your education at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. Jeff Erickson, of course, with us. Jeff, let's check the keys to the game.
You know, I think the Judge Memorial Bulldogs are going to try to run the ball, and the Hawks have to pack that box and make an early statement. The North Sanpete Hawks also offensively are going to have to complete passes in order to maintain drives. And then, of course, you always look at those turnovers, the takeaways that you can get on defense. And then you got to look at special teams as well, make sure that the punt returns take care of the ball, and kickoff coverage teams cover and make sure we don't give up any big plays.
Well, Judge Memorial will start off with the kickoff here. They're wearing their burgundy tops, white pants, gold helmets. They'll be defending to the goal to our right. North Sanpete in their away white, red helmets with white pants and red numerals. Spencer Applegarth back there to receive for North Sanpete, as well as Joey Raymond. Raymond's on the right. On the left is Applegarth. Set to kick off for Judge Memorial is Andrew Matthews. Here's the kickoff. Approaching the 40, there's the boot by Matthews. End over end, fielded in the end zone for a touchback by Spencer Applegarth. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the 20-yard line.
Referee for tonight's game is Wes Johnson. The umpire is Sean Newell. The linesman is Skip Hendrickson. The line judge is Harry Crane, and the back judge is Chris Cederholm. That's our officiating crew, Mike.
Well, thanks to Snow College for sponsoring our pregame show. Snow College, get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. So the Hawks 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line to start this football game. In the gun is Wheeler. Brady Wheeler throws out complete to Raymond left side, gets to the 20, up to the 25-yard line, flags all over, and he gets tackled at about the 25-yard line.
That flag, the back judge was right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line. He threw that yellow hanky out of his pocket all the way up to the 25, flying through the air like a pass. It must be a holding call on the other receiver of the North Sanpete Hawks as Joey Raymond tries to get out on that receiver screen.
So erase that play, and that'll march the Hawks back 10 yards, so they'll be at the 13-yard line.
Last week, the Hawks played a clean game against the Delta Rabbits after averaging, I believe it was 11 penalties for about 94 yards per game this season. The Hawks only had 7 penalties last week for 60, and the first play of the game starts with a penalty for the Hawks in this one.
At the 13-yard line, 1st down and about 17. In the gun with the Applegarth to his left is Brady Wheeler. 2 wide receivers on each side. Judge Memorial threatening to blitz. In motion, wide receiver goes left to right, Raymond. Back to pass. Wheeler rolls out of trouble. He's going to run it. He's to the 15, up to the 20-yard line. Out of bounds to the original line of scrimmage. Got to about the 21. A nice scramble of 8 yards.
Well, he's so good at that. He's so athletic. That's one of those things that we're going to see a lot of tonight because Judge Memorial's quarterback as well is the leading rusher for the Bulldogs, and Brady Wheeler is second leading rusher for the Hawks. And so we're going to see a lot of tuck and runs or a lot of plays designed for the quarterback.
2nd down and 9. Start of the football game here in Salt Lake City at Judge Memorial High School. 11:23 left here in the first quarter. Hawks on their first offensive drive. They send out 2 wide receivers to the right. One of those is Zach Lee, star of the game last week for getting the Hawks back for the win with all his receptions. Back to pass, Wheeler from the shotgun throws out. It's going to be incomplete. Oh, it's picked off at the 15, down to the 10-yard line, still on his feet, and down at the 3-yard line as it was picked off by number 8, Scott McKinnon.
You know, how often do you see that when the receiver tries to make a play on the ball, it's overthrown just a little bit or a little bit too high, and so the receiver slows it down and just does the tip drill right to the defense. You've either got to let that fly over the top of everybody or you've got to make the catch, and that one, it didn't happen.
At the 2-yard line, 1st and goal for Judge Memorial, so the Hawks with a little bit of offensive rhythm and an interception. And there's going to be a penalty, it looks like, on the return, so this will put Judge still in excellent field position at the 22.
Well, a tough break. It looks like the Hawks have a definite air attack game plan for this afternoon's game.
Doesn't start off well, though. The first interception of the game by Brady Wheeler. Now in the pistol, there's the snap. Quick pass out to the right side for Judge Memorial. And making the catch up to the 18-yard line was number 14, Sean McMinney.
That's the exact same play that the Hawks ran, kind of a quick hitter wide receiver screen out to the right side or the west side of the field, and it goes for just a couple of yards.
They're going to mark it at the 17-yard line, so pick up a 5 on the play. And looks like it's going to be a 2 wide receiver set to the left, wing back to the left, another wide receiver to the right. In the pistol formation is the quarterback for Judge Memorial, Caden Ellis. Ellis is going to hand it off, going to the right side. No, he's going to keep it himself, pulls it out, gets to the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Ellis. Judge Memorial 6, North Sanpete nothing.
A great read. It was an option attack, and he just held it, and he moved his feet with the fullback, moving together, and then pulled it out and caught the seam. Touchdown, Judge Memorial.
Caden Ellis, the 6'2", 215-pound senior, with a touchdown for Judge Memorial. And in for the extra point is their kicker, Andrew Matthews, the 6'2", 175-pound senior. There's the snap. The ball is down. The boot is up, and it is good by Matthews. Judge Memorial 7, North Sanpete nothing. 10:25 left in the first quarter. We will return in 1 minute.
And we pride ourselves in giving the very best customer service.
Centricom has been there for me as I've needed their services.
We can just call and they're very friendly and helpful. And when we have issues and concerns, they address them as friends.
It's really nice to be able to work with a local company that cares so much.
Just top-notch people, good community members.
Excellent customer service. Just been really happy. Centricom, 110 years of service.
Are you looking for comfort, quality, and reliability with your furniture, appliances, or electronics? That's exactly what you find at Beck's Home Furnishings in Mount Pleasant. Choose from a variety of Ashley furniture items, do-it-best appliances, and quality electronics. So whether you're looking for a good night's sleep, relaxing in your favorite chair, having a pleasant family dinner, or getting the chores done, Beck's can help. Plus, Beck's has outstanding prices and special sales every week. Visit them today at 14 West Main in Mount Pleasant or online at shopbecks.com.
A 17-yard touchdown run by Caden Ellis of Judge Memorial. Extra point good by Matthews, and it's 7-0 Judge. Here's the kickoff by Matthews again. Going to be fielded at the 2-yard line. Maybe one, being brought back out by Raymond. Raymond to the 15, gets chopped down at the 20-yard line. Nice tackle by Sean McMinney, the 6'2", 180-pound senior.
Well, that Ellis touchdown was his 13th rushing touchdown of the season. He's rushed before this game for 652 yards, leading the Bulldogs. He averages 7.86 yards per carry. What a threat at the quarterback position.
Set to go, North Sanpete, first down and 10. Ball's at the 17-yard line. Wheeler in the shotgun. Taking his time with a back on his right. 4 wide receivers, 1 in motion. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, fumbles the football, and Brady Wheeler has thrown an interception. Now he's fumbled the football, and Judge Memorial, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Fumble recovered by number 56 for Judge Memorial, Ricky Maka.
Wow, what a tough way to start. The North Sanpete Hawks opening play is a penalty on a hold on the completed pass. Then the Hawks throw an interception after one completed run as Brady Wheeler went out of bounds. So really the Hawks have only had one successful play out of 4. Penalty, interception, 1 good run, and then a fumble.
Under center is Ellis. One back behind him, double wing back, and Atu is going to go through and hit the center early, knocking on his fanny, John Garlinghouse. And that's going to be a penalty against North Sanpete of 5 yards, and they'll move it into the 14-yard line.
Well, maybe you can get it out of his system early. The North Sanpete Hawks have grown accustomed to seeing at least one of those kinds of penalties from Atu every single game, where he just tries to anticipate jumps and gives a free 5 yards on first down to the Bulldogs.
Set to go at the 14-yard line. Judge Memorial 1st and 5. 2 wide receivers out to the left. 1 back in the backfield, 2 wing backs. The one on the right goes in motion. Handoff goes to the dive back up the middle. Makes a move to the outside of the 5-yard line. Tackled. Gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was a nice rush that time by Max Barnett. And just like that, the Hawks are down by 2 touchdowns with just less than 2 minutes left. 2 minutes gone in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, we're at the 10:07 mark, and that is so quick. North Sanpete Hawks down early. As we were on the field getting our pregame interviews, I could hear some of the coaches for the Bulldogs saying, let's send a statement early, take care of business early, and that's what we've seen right now.
Extra point by Matthews. Andrew Matthews has the ball, boots it up, and it is good. It's Judge Memorial 14, North Sanpete nothing. 10:07 left in the first quarter. We will return in 1 minute.
MKJ Construction has been serving Central Utah and the surrounding area for over 30 years. Whether you have a project as large as a new road or water line or as intricate as a decorative landscape feature, we have the experience and equipment to complete any size project. We also deliver sand, gravel, road base, topsoil, and landscaping boulders. Call MKJ Construction at 427-9299, 427-9299, and see what we can do for you.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
Welcome back. Judge Memorial with a touchdown run. It's 14-0. There's the kickoff by Andrew Matthews. There's the return by Applegarth. Gets to the 15-yard line along the sideline by the Hawks. Gets hit and stopped there.
Applegarth's kickoff returns. He averages 21.6 yards per return, and he did have one fantastic highlight this year on the kick returns, 93 yards for a touchdown. That's Spencer Applegarth, the sophomore from Mount Pleasant.
That came at the JUAB game, I believe.
I couldn't remember which game it was as I was thinking about that.
Hawks played in Nephi, taking on the JUAB Wasps, and after a touchdown, he returned it. 93 yards, very exciting run. Now the Hawks 1st and 10. They got to the 20-yard line. Set to go. There's the handoff to the left side. Attu has it. Attu gets to the 25-yard line. A 5-yard pickup. And then tackled there by the Judge Memorial Bulldogs.
Some sweet blocking on the left side of that Hawk line. The Hawks do the second running play of the football game for the Hawks. This is their third possession already, and it was Attu for 5 yards.
First possession was an interception thrown by Wheeler, and Judge Memorial scored after a touchdown run by their quarterback Ellis, and then a fumble by Brady Wheeler right up the middle and recovered by Judge Memorial, and a nice 14-yard touchdown run. Back to pass, Wheeler throws out, going to be caught by Raymond right at the first down marker at the 30-yard line. I believe he has it. Then tackled there quickly by the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Looks like in there was number 14, Sean McMinney.
Sweet catch there for Raymond. It was Joey Raymond, wasn't number 6? Good catch by Raymond, and it was right at the first down chains for the North Sanpete Hawks. Joey Raymond, of course, number 6. He has 10 catches this year, make that 11 now for 158 yards.
From the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, and the shotgun is Wheeler. Wheeler's going to hand it off, pulls it out himself, runs to the 30-yard line, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and maybe got a half yard, and that is all. A great defensive play by the Judge Memorial defense. Michael Kearns, the 5'9", 175-pound junior, gets over there and makes the tackle.
Same exact play that we saw Ellis score for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Wheeler just held that ball in the fullback, held, and moved his feet with him, and then pulled it out as he saw some daylight on the left side, and then all of a sudden the closeout speed of number 32, Michael Kearns, just took him out right at the line of scrimmage.
Set to go, Hawks. 2nd down and a long 9, and the shotgun Wheeler, 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Takes the snap, drops back. Has time, fires, throws behind his receiver, and that was almost picked off. And Wheeler is having the worst start of a game I've seen him have all year long.
That pass was intended for Zach Lee, and it was thrown behind him, and it was read very well by the middle linebacker, who I think just watched his eyes, watched Brady Wheeler's eyes, and followed along, and then got that hand out to stop that pass and nearly intercept again.
8:15 left here in the first quarter of play. 14-0 Judge Memorial. Score check at courtesy of Sanpete Valley Conoco. Wide receiver Zach Lee to the right with Bob Serrano and Joey Raymond. Another wide receiver to the left in the gun is Brady Wheeler. Drops back to throw again. 3rd down and 10. Runs. He's to the 30, 35, and gets taken down there at about the 38-yard line. Tackle by Henry Garcia, the 6', 200-pound senior.
So he barely got out of that pocket. He stepped up in the pocket, tucked it down to protect it, and then was able to squeeze through the front of that pocket, and then it's going to be a punt situation for Zach Lee's punts.
Zach Lee at his 21-yard line. takes the snap, boots it away. A line drive kick. It's going to bounce to the 35 of Judge and kind of die there. And it's going to roll to the 30 and be down by North Sanpete's number 7, Landon Glasgow, the 5'7", 145-pound sophomore. So the Hawks don't commit a turnover here, but they're 3 and out. And Judge Memorial will start again, this time on their side of the football field.
And that punt went for about 31 yards, just a little bit shy of Zach's average of 34.5 yards per punt. So Hawk defensive unit finally out on the football field, a little in the Bulldog side of the field.
So now the Judge Memorial Bulldogs double wing. In motion, the wing on the right gets the pitch as he goes to the left and gets to the 30-yard line, to the 35-yard line, to the 40, down the sideline. He's got room to run. Michael Perry. Perry into Hawk territory inside the 25-yard line and finally tackled at the 21. Finally brought down by Lane Cook, and also in there was Zach Lee.
What a block on the outside receiver by the Bulldogs. Just seal that corner, and that sideline jaunt opened up for Michael Perry. Michael Perry only had 10 carries before that one this season, and that one goes for a big yardage. He had 10 for 128, and I don't know where that one started, but it went for a good 60 yards or so.
14-0 Judge Memorial leads. They're at the Hawk 20-yard line now. Under center is Ellis. Sends his wing back in motion again. There's the handoff to the misdirection the other way, and right there, North Sanpete's not Lane Cook. That was number 85 for the Hawks, Talon Wanless, the 6', 205-pound junior.
Talon is a talented junior player for this North Sanpete defense. Two of the leading defenders for the Hawks are juniors, getting fantastic varsity experience all year long. Wanless leads the team in tackles, number 85 with 38 and 1 forced fumble and 5 fumble recoveries.
So no gain on the play. In motion again. There's the handoff to the dive back to the left side and carrying the football. And Henry Garcia gets a couple yards there and stopped on the play by North Sanpete defense. In there on the tackle for the Hawks is Tyler King.
Garcia is a big athletic fullback, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. And Coach Roberts, as he mentioned in his interview, feels like he may be one of the most athletic players in 3A football.
Wide receiver on the right side for the Bulldogs, Sean McMinney. And now under center is Ellis, the quarterback, and someone moved and Otto comes through. This may go against the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. We'll see on this call here. White hat comes in, and it's offsides on North Sanpete.
Well, Otto in there again, trying to anticipate another free 5 yards for the Bulldogs.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Judge Memorial at the, looks like they're going to mark it at the 13-yard line. 5:39 left here in the first quarter, 14-0 Judge. One back in the backfield, double wing back. One wing back goes in motion, comes back. There's the handoff. No, pulled out by the quarterback. He's going to break free to the 10-yard line. Ellis to the 5. Ellis to the 4-yard line. Tackled there by Bob Serrano, but a 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
That's so dangerous. Ellis is running with the ball in one hand, trying to swim the ball over the top of defenders. He did it twice, but that could come back to bite him. He needs to protect that ball, tuck it, and cover.
So 1st and goal for Judge Memorial, leading 14-0. Trying to put this one away early. Wing back to the right is Michael Perry. Another one to the left. Goes in motion. There's the snap pitch out to that back. That is Mark Barnett. Barnett trying to get down. He's going to be strung out. He's going to be tackled back at the 20-yard line. But they're going to say forward progress. Got him to the 13. So it's going to be a loss of about 8.
How do the officials determine where that forward progress was? Because he wasn't really running forward, and he kind of ran backwards a little bit. And then when the defenders actually touch him, maybe probably, in my opinion, is where they ought to mark that ball. But that's a very generous spot. Looked to me like he was trying to pass the ball or look for an open receiver.
So it's about an 8-yard loss. It is an 8-yard loss at the 13-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 13. Wide receiver wide to the left side. Scott McKinnon. Ellis under center. Sends a wing back in motion. Hand off to the left side. Fumble on the play. Hawks dive on it. And a fumble recovery by North Sanpete. Getting in there for the Hawks. Number 30 for the Hawks, Caden Cook, the 5'11", 175-pound senior, makes a fumble recovery, stopping the Bulldog drive at the 11.
Forced fumble by number 64 for the Hawks as well. Jared Beckstead and Bob Serrano was in there on that hit as well, but Beckstead forcing the fumble and Cook getting the fumble recovery. Hawk defense comes up big to slow this fast start by the Bulldog offense.
At their own 11-yard line, North Sanpete will start off with the football. See if the Hawk offense can get rolling here. 4:14 left in the first quarter of play. 14-0. Judge Memorial lead. Your State Farm Insurance Danny Dyke score check. In the gun. Back to pass. Wheeler. Wheeler in trouble. Scrambling. Gets hit, and he's sacked. Back at the 9.
Well, they brought the blitz from the middle linebacker position, and it was picked up, but then that freed up one of the down defensive linemen, that defensive tackle, to cross over and get the pressure on Wheeler. Wheeler was very patient. He looked and danced, but then he finally had to tuck and try to get out of there. It was only a couple-yard loss when in reality it could have been a lot worse.
So back at the 10 is where they officially mark it. Loss of 1. Second down and 11. Otto in the backfield. Under center is Brady Wheeler. Wing back to the left. Split wide receivers, Lee on the right. Handoff goes to the right side. Applegarth has it. He is wrapped up, picked up, and stopped there. Fine tackle by Braden Pelly, the 6'2", 210-pound junior.
Good stop, good wrap up by the Bulldogs. Very technically sound on the tackling fundamentals. And Applegarth had nowhere to go, actually lost a yard of tackle for a loss.
So back at the 9, the Hawks going the wrong way. A sack for a yard loss. Now back hitting the backfield a yard deep. Now with 3 minutes left here in the first quarter, 3rd down and 12. Beautiful field here at Judge Memorial High School, artificial surface. Beautiful view of the city in the background.
With the sun setting over there, it's a pretty night.
In the shotgun is Wheeler, takes the snap, rolls, whistle, and this one's going to be blown dead. And usually when it's blown dead, it's on the offense. It was a timeout called for by by the head coach, Matt Roberts. We'll take a break. We'll return in 1 minute.
Visit your Sanpete Valley Conoco in Moroni, where you'll find courteous service at the convenience store and the world-famous Sanpete barbecue turkey sandwiches. Sanpete Valley Conoco is the place for refreshing frazzles, irresistible treats, delicious pizza, and the only place to get the new Yo Cream. Yogurts, only creamier with lots of toppings, and the new Boba Bursts, a new experience in eating ice cream. They also serve all of Central Utah with bulk fuel, oil, and lube delivery, whether in the drum or bucket. Visit Sanpete Valley Conoco at the junction of highways in Moroni.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Welcome back to Judge Memorial High School, Salt Lake City, Utah. Mike Train and Jeff Erickson, Nate Palmer with you on this joint broadcast with Centricom and the Eagle, 94.5 FM. Judge Memorial 14, Hawks nothing. A 3rd down and 12 for the Hawks. Wheeler is in the shotgun, takes the snap, rolls to his left, looking downfield. The lefty is going to throw one down the sideline, and it overshoots his receiver, incomplete. Nice idea, but Zach Lee was there, but there is a flag on the play. This could be pass interference.
Yeah, it could be a hold on the defender, the corner, or it could be a pass interference, as you mentioned. If so, it will give the Hawks a 1st down.
So the officials will talk about it. While we have a break, we'll tell you about the Cavalier Pizza player of the game. Cavalier Pizza, the place for freshly made pasta, pizza, and a salad bar. Call for takeout 462-3388. They give an 8-inch personal pan pizza and a drink to the Hawk player of the game. And we'll also have our Sanpete Valley Conoco defensive player of the game at the Highway Junction in Moroni. Sanpete Valley Conoco, try their delicious barbecued turkey sandwiches and get fuel delivery by calling 435-262-0416. They give a nice daily special to the Hawk defensive player of the game And instead of giving the Hawks a first down, it was going to be a penalty against the Hawks, and it's going to be a fourth down in a punting situation.
I believe it was an ineligible receiver downfield against the Hawks, and so it's going to be a punting situation. And Lee will be standing in his own end zone to punt this one away. As I mentioned before, he averages 35.5 yards per punt. So
ineligible receiver downfield, that's a tough one to call.
Officials are still talking.
Maybe we can have an instant replay of that one again and see what happens. We can see what happened downfield. They're going to take some time here.
So it is third down. No loss of down on that play.
It's hard to see as you can't see the line on the Centricom Channel 10 instant replay, but there were 5 guys on the line. Looked like blocking in the backfield. So it's going to be a fourth down. They declined the penalty. I figure that's what they did, but I guess somebody was confused.
It took a while for this sequence to happen. My goodness. Finally, Judge Memorial says, hey, we'd rather decline that penalty and make them punt it to us than give them another third down, which is a smart play.
So in his own end zone to punt it away is Zach Lee. There's the snap, kind of a snap to the right. He gets a hold of it, though, and boots it away. Angles it towards the sideline, takes a bounce. It goes out of bounds at the Hawk 42-yard line. So Judge Memorial will have an excellent short field to work with for their third touchdown of the game they're shooting for, as they're up 14-0 with 2:26 left in the first quarter.
You know, the last time the Hawks won a playoff game was back in the year 2002. It was a 43-0 blowout over the Union Cougars. And in that game, the Hawks set a record that still stands. The Hawks had 12 sacks in that game, in a playoff game, which is a state record in a playoff game, which still stands to this day. In that game, Tyson Olsen rushed for 82 yards and had 2 receptions for 81 yards. Jeff Wright was the quarterback, did a nice job.
Ellis, the quarterback here for Judge Memorial. Back to pass. He's going to throw in deep right down the center of the field. Incomplete, but they're going to call pass interference on Joey Raymond, as Raymond had his hands on the receiver to try to prevent that reception.
Well, it's surprise, surprise. It's run, and then throw the ball when nobody's expecting it at all. And Joey Raymond's safety had the coverage and was beat by a step and a half and grabbed a hold to try to prevent that touchdown and just give up the yardage instead of the points. So another penalty against the Hawks. This is a lot of penalties so far already.
Haven't seen any called the other way. Most of it against the Hawks. Do we have any the other way?
I don't know. I can't remember if there have been or not, which means there probably isn't.
So that'll march the ball down to the 27-yard line. That was a 15-yard penalty. Under center is Ellis. Double wing back, one goes in motion, hand off to the dive back up the middle, and he's going to get met and stopped there by the Hawk defense. Still fighting for yardage to the 25, Max Barnett. Good job by the Hawk defense there. And one of the Hawks there, Tyler King, the 6'4", 255-pound junior.
255 pounds and his nickname of Tiny. But a good stop there by Tiny or Tyler King. Also in there was Talon Wanless.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Double wing back again. One back behind Ellis under center. Split wide receivers. Handoff. Goes up the middle again. Barnett's going to stay on his feet. Gets hit and stopped at the 22-yard line. A mess of Hawks in there as well to try to make the stop. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, you had Zach Lee in there. And I think also for the Hawks was number 75, which was Garrett Turpin.
You know, as a offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs, you're okay with that dive back-to-back plays getting 3 yards each because it just sets up the quarterback to keep it or to pitch it out. So it's just a setup play, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 4 at the Hawk 21-yard line. Ellis under center. Wing back right goes in motion. There's a quick pass down to the left side. Caught at the 10-yard line. Down to the 8-yard line. Tackle made by Lane Cook. No, check that. That's Josh Watts. But a 1st down and 10 on the pass play as they complete it to number 19, I believe, Mark Barnett.
Kind of a wheel route, just kind of a floater up and outside, and the quarterback Ellis just lofts it up over the defense and drops it into the basket of number 19 for that completion, Mark Barnett. Mark Barnett has 5 catches now for over 50 yards this season.
It's a nice 13-yard pickup for Judge Memorial. Ellis, first and goal from the 8. Hands it off to the right side. Barnett, he pulls it out and keeps it himself. Gets hit and goes down to the goal line. Does he get in? Yes, touchdown, Judge Memorial.
Just as I mentioned before, it was dive to set up that keeper by the quarterback, and he's the leading rusher that needs to be hit. Assignment football in this rushing attack. Caden Ellis now with 14 rushing touchdowns this season.
So 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. This one coming with 31 seconds left. And North Sanpete's going to be down 21-0, provided Andrew Matthews can boot it through. He is set to go. There's the snap. The ball is put down. It is kicked up. It is good out of the hold of Mr. Barnett, who made that catch, Mark Barnett. And it's 21-0. Judge Memorial leads. 31 seconds left in the first quarter. We will return in 1 minute.
State Farm Insurance and Financial Services is your best choice for dependable insurance coverage and finance options. Local agent Danny Dykes in Moroni offers all types of insurance, as well as State Farm Financial Services, where you're able to finance your dreams through State Farm Bank. State Farm also offers the Pocket Agent app for smartphones and the new Drive Safe and Save discount. Visit your local State Farm Insurance and Financial Services office in Moroni. Phone 800-347-8601. That's 800-347-8601.
The mayor, city council, and residents in the cities of Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Moroni wish the North Sanpete Hawks the best of luck this season. The entire community is proud to support North Sanpete High School in preparing the future leaders of Sanpete County. They're committed to ensuring that area youth are provided the best opportunities to learn the important lessons of life through academics and athletic competition. Good luck to the players, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body from the cities of Fairview, Moroni, and Mount Pleasant.
And welcome back here, Judge Memorial High School. The Bulldogs score again. This time it's a touchdown run by the quarterback Ellis, his second touchdown of the football game. He had a 17-yard run, now an 8-yard run. Here's the kick by Andrews. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to bounce at the 13. The Hawks need to pick it up. They do and fall on it with Spencer Applegarth. And they will have some poor field position at about the 13 or 14.
Kind of a spot kick by the kicker of the Bulldogs. It bounced around the 20-yard line and went forward a couple of yards, and Applegarth really had to run underneath that to try to prevent the ball from being turned over. So he falls on it, and it'll be Hawk football.
So it's going to be the 18-yard line for North Sanpete. They have been able to do absolutely nothing against this Judge Memorial defense, and a lot of it's been their own mistakes.
Yeah, there's been takeaways or giveaways by the Hawks on offense, and then penalties.
21-0 Bulldogs lead the Hawks. North Sanpete's Wheeler in the gun with a back to his right and 4 wide receivers. Sends one in motion, hands it off to that back. And he's going to rush it out. It's going to be Justin Lee. Lee cuts up field to the 25-yard line, to the 30-yard line, and then gets thrown out of bounds at about the 31-yard line.
A sweet run. Justin Lee, very fast. It is a first down, and they're moving the chains. He had a full head of steam and was able to hit that hole that was created by the receivers blocking for him out there. A good play.
13-yard pickup. And it's going to be a first down and 10 Hawks at their own 31-yard line. Again, 21-0 Judge. Score check at courtesy of Fairview, Mount Pleasant, and Moroni. 3 cities sponsoring our broadcast here today. Right now, Judge Memorial will take this lead into the second quarter as time expires here in the first. 21-0 North Sanpete trails Judge. We'll be back for second quarter action in 1 minute.
Centricom is positioned incredibly well for the future.
We have become the second largest fiber system in the state, Centricom has.
We provide data services for the Wasatch Front, school districts, and hospitals, libraries.
We now serve over 7,000 internet customers in our area, which is amazing.
We are prepared for the future and excited about the future.
Centricom, 110 years of service.
I hate to use the cold word, but winter's going to be on us faster than a bug on chrome, and cold is just what it's going to be. Stalling Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning to the rescue. They service all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners. They're authorized dealers for Lennox, Carrier, and Trane furnace systems. Stalling Sheet Metal also has a full line of wood, gas, and pellet burning stoves and fireplaces. It's time to get your heating system serviced for winter. Call today. Stallings Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning in Mount Pleasant.
Back once again at Judge Memorial High School. 1 quarter in the books in this 3A state playoff game. Bulldogs lead 21-0 over North Sanpete. Hawks now with the first and 10 at their own 31-yard line, switching ends of the field. There's the handoff going to the right side through the hole. Nice little hole there for the Hawks. And it looks like a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards on that carry by Spencer. Was that Davis or Applegarth?
It was Applegarth.
It was Spencer Applegarth. I think one of his first carries of the game. I know he got caught on one, but I think there was a penalty.
Yeah, there was a loss of 1 yard on the one that he had before this, but a decent run right there. He's the 11th leading rusher in 3A football with 667 yards, and he averages 5 per carry, 6 rushing touchdowns.
In the gun, 2nd down and 6 to go. In motion goes Joey Raymond of the Hawks, left to right. Back to pass, in trouble. Wheeler throws downfield and had a wide open receiver, but couldn't get it there as he was being flushed out of the pocket by the hard-charging Chase Radcliffe, the 6-foot, 305-pound senior.
Yeah, there was a definite hurry on that one. Wheeler rolling out to his, flushed and then rolling out to his left, throwing with the left hand as Zach Lee, the intended target, was heading across the opposite way, so he had to try to throw across his body back to Lee, and it just didn't happen with the hurry behind him from Radcliffe.
So incomplete, brings up a 3rd down and 6 for North Sanpete. Zach Lee, Joey Raymond, and Bob Serrano. We haven't heard much from Bob the last number of games. He was the big receiver coming into the last 3 or 4 games. Back to pass, Wheeler throws out. It's going to be, incomplete. Raymond had it. He just dropped it. I think he was kind of surprised that the defender, number 11, Braden Pelly, didn't get a piece of that ball, and then it got to him, and he dropped it.
Yeah, I totally agree, and then he was surprised that it was there and wanted to run with it afterwards without securing the pass, and Raymond drops the ball. He's been one of the sure-handed receivers for this team. He has 10 catches for 20 out of 22 for 153 yards, 2 touchdown catches as well.
Zach Lee to punt it away. Boots a line drive kick. Unreturnable, basically. Bounces inside the 20, inside the 15. It'll die at about the 13-yard line down there by North Sanpete. So Joey Raymond touches that up, I believe. 10:56 left in the second. 21-0. Judge Memorial leads. They'll take the football again. That score check and presentation of Stallings Sheet Metal.
That punt went for around 55 yards by Zach Lee when all is said and done. So a nice boot right there. Even though it's low line drive, it gets a lot of bounce at the end. And punt return man number 19, Mark Barnett, just lets it go by him and waves for the fair catch to stop all of his other blockers.
So the Bulldogs are their own 13-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to the right side. Pelly out there, as well as McMinney. There's the handoff to the dive back. Nowhere to go as the Hawks there with Mark Otto making the tackle there. Nowhere to go for the fullback up the middle. That was Henry Garcia. He just ran into Mark Otto.
Otto with a big stop right there. Otto has wreaked havoc with a lot of offenses this season. He has 5 sacks this season, 1 quarterback hurry, and 29 tackles. Also in there, I think, was Tyler King. Tiny is his nickname. He's 255 pounds and did a nice job this season transitioning from the offensive line into a lot of defensive tackle.
Ellis under center, 1 back in the backfield. Wing back on the left goes in motion. He gets the pitch. That's going to be Mark Barnett. He's going to get hit, but breaks away. Still stopped at the 12-yard line. North Sanpete all in there. In there for the Hawks. I think number 75 was the first one there. That was Garrett Turpin. Also over there for North Sanpete was Jared Beckstead.
Hawk defense doing a nice job stringing it out horizontally to the left side and then gets the stop. Zach Lee slows him up with a good closeout speed, and then Garrett Turpin comes over to do the damage.
And it looks like Barnett only got back to the line of scrimmage. Mark Barnett, that is, the 5'10", 180-pound senior. 2 wide receivers left for the Bulldogs. Wing back to the right and the back behind him. And now the Hawks jump off sides again, Mark Otto.
Wow, I should start tally marking these on how many he's going to get this game. That's his 3rd offsides call against Otto. It's it's still going to be 3rd down, but it's 3rd and manageable now. Instead of 3rd and 10, it's 3rd and 5.
Well, it's hard to believe he is the nose guard or the tackle right there by the ball. You just think your eyes would stay right on that ball. Watch for the movement, Mark. Come on, buddy. So now 2 wide receivers left, wing back to the right. Matt Barnett in the backfield is the fullback, or Henry Garcia rather. There's the quarterback keeper to the left side. Is going to be run to the 25-yard line for a first down. Still on his feet is Ellis. Ellis doesn't go down, and now out of bounds finally at the 32-yard line. And the North Sanpete hasn't read this yet. They should have read this on the film. They got to have somebody mirroring the quarterback and giving him a hit.
And he's running so nonchalantly as well. It's just like he's effortlessly running, not protecting the ball, dancing around defenders. Hawks need to close out and not play with fear and just close out with and go make hits instead of dancing with him. Go straight forward and go after him.
To the 32-yard line. Nice pickup of 19 on the play for Ellis, Caden Ellis. There's the handoff up the middle, and North Sanpete stops it after a yard, maybe 2 on the carry by Henry Garcia.
Henry Garcia is the 3rd leading rusher for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. He has 436 yards this season and 5 rushing touchdowns.
So a pickup of about 2 on the play. They mark it at the 34-yard line. And with 8:31 left here in the second quarter, Bulldogs will come up to the line. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Southern Utah University halftime show. Go to suu.edu to find out more. Wing back in motion, Barnett, handoff the other way, and stopped by North Sanpete. Nice ankle tackle. Wanless was in there for the hit, but I believe it was, let's see if we can see him. Bob Serrano, I think, was the one there.
Yep, Serrano and Wanless, I think, tag teamed right there. Up the middle isn't working very well for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Wanless is playing assignment football, hitting that dive back every single time. Serrano comes in on that one as well to tag team with him. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So now the Bulldogs with a 3rd down and about 7 to go, as Jeff mentioned. Double wing back. In motion goes the left wing back. Back to pass is Ellis. Ellis steps up, gets hit, sacked on the play. He is put down. Otto had him low, and getting him high was Bob Serrano. And Serrano helps up the quarterback. This will be a punting situation for Judge.
Also in on the play for the North Sanpete Hawks, 64, Jared Beckstead gets him low as well. So Beckstead and Serrano doing the damage right there, forcing the turnover on the punt right now.
North Sanpete with some great penetration. And you're right, the first one there, according to the Centricom Channel 10 instant replay, was North Sanpete's Jared Beckstead. Back to punt at his 13-yard line, the Judge Memorial punter. He boosted away Matthews. Andrew Matthews is going to bounce at the Hawk 42 and out of bounds at about the 36 as it goes backwards. And the North Sanpete defense is finally held.
That was a lot of respect for that punter. Both Applegarth and Raymond were about 15 yards too deep on that punt, fielding and punt return. It bounces in front of them and then out of bounds. So Hawks will have decent field position anyway.
We'll mark it out at the 35-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10 North Sanpete with 6:54 on the clock here in the second. 21-0, Bulldogs lead. There's the handoff up the middle on the shotgun snap, and it's going to be Applegarth. He gets his helmet ripped off and then thrown down by Judge Memorial. And Applegarth got to about the 42-yard line.
You got to hate that because the new rule that was implemented about a year and a half ago is that if the helmet comes off, you have to come out of the ballgame for one play.
So the ball will be at the 42-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on the play. Or check that. Yeah, they mark it at the, it's going to be the 37. So only a gain of 2. Get my bearings messed up here. 6:10 left here in the second quarter, Jeff.
Judge Memorial averages 38 points per ball game and are on their way to it here in the first half with 6 minutes, and they're at 21.
Timeout on the field, 21-0 Bulldogs lead. The Hawks' second timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Terry Brothers and Excavating of Mount Pleasant is a proud sponsor of North Sanpete High School sports on the radio and wishes the team the best of luck in this season. The entire staff and management of Terry Brothers and Excavating are committed to supporting various academic and athletic programs to help prepare our youth for life. Providing all types of excavating work throughout the state of Utah, Terry Brothers and Excavating of Mount Pleasant. Happy to support the North Sanpete Hawks this season.
The Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi offers state-of-the-art rehabilitation services. The physical therapy department is committed to providing patients with the highest quality rehabilitative services. As part of the hospital team, board-certified physical therapists work closely with doctors and other healthcare professionals in coordinating and caring for patients. In addition, they have a specialist with 14 years experience that's certified by the Academy of Wound Care. Next time you or a loved one needs rehabilitation services, think of Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi.
Welcome back, North Sanpete after the timeout. 2nd down and 8. At their own 38. Wheeler sends Lee in motion, hands it off to Lee. Lee trying to get to the corner, gets hit and stopped there. A 2-yard loss. Great read on the play by Judge Memorial. In there for the tackle was Taylor Green, 6'1", 200-pound senior.
Well, Barnett kind of got blocked back into Lee, and Lee didn't have the quickness or the reaction time to try to sidestep that block into him, and Barnett kind of was the wall that Justin Lee ran into, and then the other Bulldog came in and finished him off.
So North Sanpete facing a 3rd down and 10. 2 wide receivers, Bob Serrano and Joey Raymond to the left with Zach Lee, now a third one. One to the right, Applegarth in the backfield to the left of Brady Wheeler. Wheeler rolls to his left. Looks downfield. He's going to look, fires it off right to Serrano, and Serrano drops the pass. And North Sanpete's not going to help their struggling quarterback if they keep dropping these balls.
Well, he totally doesn't have the time that he needs. He's been flushed out of the pocket almost every single time. He made it back to the line of scrimmage the one time that we thought maybe it was going to be a sack. So he hasn't really been sacked, but he has been scrambling in the backfield and rolling out, getting out, flushed out of the pocket. And then when he tries to make a couple passes, they've been dropped.
5:14 left here in the first half. There's the snap and the punt away by Zach Lee, an end-over-end kick at the 40-yard line. Bounce is picked up on the bounce by the return man. He's going to dodge a tackle or flags on the play, and then he gets tackled. Ball comes out, but they're going to say that the ground caused the fumble. Good job by the Hawk kickoff team. Applegarth was in there. Also in there for North Sanpete again was Jared Beckstead. We'll see what the flag's going to be here. You'd think it would be a holding on the return by Judge Memorial.
Well, this is one of the first flags that I can remember against Judge, whereas the Hawks have had probably, 6 penalties? We know 3 offsides and an ineligible receiver downfield as well.
One of the first plays of the game that was for positive yardage. They got about 8 yards off. It was called back on a holding call, too. That's going to march the Bulldogs back to their 13-yard line. That may be the second penalty we've seen against the Bulldogs. So at the 18-yard line, about 19. So first down, it's going to be kept by Ellis. Ellis is chopped down at the ankles, and a flag comes in late on the line. Nice tackle by Beckstead again, getting his arm on the quarterback as he went by.
Sweet defensive play by the outside. I think it was number 11 that came in on that one. From down, chopping down on the outside and got an arm across the knee of Ellis and brings him down. Oh, it's going to be a defensive holding.
Wow, that's an interesting call.
Yeah, when it's on the line and they're trying to get away from each other to make the play.
Well, strange call. That's going to be against the defense here, so give Judge Memorial a first down. And Matt Roberts is not happy about the call. How do you get a defensive holding?
And especially away from the play.
On the other side, and after the quarterback got tackled, when the flag came out. That's the frustrating part as a head coach, or any coach, I would imagine, or player. Now 2 wide receivers left, wing back to the right. Hand off to the dive back, pulled out, and Ellis has nothing but green grass. He's to the 40, 45, 50. Down the sideline to the 30 of North Sanpete. One man to beat. He's going to beat Joey Raymond to the touchdown. Judge Memorial.
Well, defensive end, Zach Lee playing this left side defensive end, bit on the dive back fake handoff, and then Ellis pulls it back out and is already around him, and then it's a race to the end zone.
70-yard touchdown run by Ellis. Caden Ellis, the 6'2", 215-pound senior. And Judge Memorial goes up 27-0.
Coming into this game, he had 12 rushing touchdowns, and he already has 3 more to add to that. So he's up to 15 now.
Out of the hold of Mark Barnett. Andrew Matthews, extra point is up, and it is good. Judge 28, North Sanpete nothing. 4:37 left here in the second quarter. We'll return in 1 minute.
Many people often ask, what does EcoLife actually do? The real question is, what don't they do? EcoLife has a long list of services, including fertilizer, weed control, sprinkler systems, sod, rock walls, Roundup and Sterilant, agriculture weed and pest control, colored and stamped concrete. And don't forget about spider, ant,
call EcoLife at 283-6002 for your free estimate. That's 283-6002.
Sidewalks, trees, shrubs, and other plants, as well as sprinkler systems.
Cache Valley Bank was organized in 1975, and since its inception, they've been providing services to small businesses, farmers, and residents of Utah. Cache Valley Bank has experienced steady growth over the years and is excited to expand with the recent purchase of the local America West Bank branches located in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, Nephi, Loa, and Price. Cache Valley Bank is excited to be a part of your community with the same great people and the same great service. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back once again, a 70-yard touchdown run for the quarterback, Caden Ellis. His third touchdown of the football game, and it's 28-0. Judge Memorial leads North Sanpete.
Huge run on a fake on the option and just pop it to the outside with the quarterback.
Andrew Matthews with the kickoff, fielded at the 3-yard line by North Sanpete's Applegarth. Looking for room to run. He gets hit and stopped quickly there at about the 13-yard line. North Sanpete hasn't had very good field position in this football game. Their best was their own 35 on their last possession, but that stalled out with a couple drop passes.
It's been consistently inside the 20-yard line most of the time around the 15. We've had to crane our necks to the side of the field, to the end of the field, to see the action.
So we'll see if the Hawks can muster up some offense here and try to make a game out of this. 4:31 left. They'd like to get a score on the board before halftime at least. If not 2, maybe, to get back into the game. Brady Wheeler in the shotgun, wide receiver to the left. 4 wide receivers in all. Back to throw, Wheeler. Here comes the blitz. Pass is tipped and knocked down as he gets pounded. Nailed by number 34, Max Barnett.
Huge hit, and Wheeler just had the courage to stand there and make the throw in the face of Barnett coming right at him. It was face mask to face mask. I'm here to pressure you, and Wheeler hits the turf.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:27 left in the first half. Wheeler is 1 of 7 in this football game.
Well, he's been harassed, that's for sure.
4 wide receivers, back to throw again. He has a receiver open, fires downfield, and shoots it over his head, incomplete, intended for Joseph Danvers. Another incomplete pass.
Well, that one went right through the 2 hands of the 6'3" Danvers. I think that's a catchable ball, and there's been at least 3 that I know of that should have been caught by these receivers of the North Sanpete Hawks. Even though Wheeler's 1 for 8, it probably should be 4 for 8.
So a 3rd down and 10 for the Hawks at their own 13-yard line. Terry Brotherson Excavating and Central Valley Medical Center sponsoring our broadcast here on Centricom Channel 10 and the Eagle 94.5 FM. 4 wide receivers. Back to the right in the shotgun is Wheeler. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. He's in trouble. Fires it out. Incomplete. And then pounded after he dropped the ball was the running back Applegarth by Henry Garcia.
Wheeler had to hurry again on that one to avoid the pass rush, and he had to hit his release man, that release valve, which is his tailback coming out on the outside in the flat. Applegarth drops the ball and is hit right as he drops as well.
There's the snap into the end zone for Zach Lee. Lee's going to boot it right down the middle of the field, going to bounce at the 45-yard line, take a huge Hawk bounce, It's going to get inside the 35-yard line to the 30. At the 29, it'll be down by North Sanpete. No possible return. Josh Watts does the honors of touching it up. So a great job by North Sanpete punter Zach Lee getting it down to the Judge Memorial 29.
There's a flag on the 36-yard line in in Hawk territory. We'll have to see what happens. It looked like there was a block in the back on Joey Raymond.
No, it's going to be against North Sanpete.
Raymond's the one that went flying and got up and asked the official where the flag was. What was the signal on that one?
They called a face mask on North Sanpete.
Okay.
So,
you know, you got to hand it to the Bulldogs. They've really taken it at the Hawks, but the officials seem to be calling a lot of flags on the Hawks.
So they're going to mark it off for the 29-yard line and march it about 15 yards, I guess, again. Well, Salt Lake City is the place. Warmer night than expected this late in the year, November 1st. 28-0 North Sanpete trails the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Oh, believe me, this team does not need any help from the officiating crew, that's for sure.
Very good football team.
Well, James Cordova has done a wonderful job. The Hawks a huge underdog coming into this game, but they started off the game shooting themselves in the foot and handing the game to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs hand off to the right side. Garcia with a big hole. He's to the 50 and then gets tackled there in Hawk territory. In there for the tackle for North Sanpete was Caden Cook, the 5'11", 175-pound senior linebacker.
Caden Cook on the season has 28 tackles. 25 of those are solo.
9-yard pickup for Henry Garcia. This time the Bulldogs send out Price Xavier to the left side. Double wing back with Ellis under center. Garcia in the backfield, slot left for the Bulldogs. In motion, and Atu did it again.
They're going to give a false start on this one against the Bulldogs.
It looked like that was going to be the case earlier in the game as well. We had a call like that, but went against North Sanpete. So 5 yards back goes to the 47 of Judge Memorial. Bulldogs will have it, second down and 15. Or check that, second and about 8.
Atu comes out of the game limping a little bit. We'll hope he's okay out there on the sideline.
3:18 left of the first half. Coming up, our Southern Utah University halftime show. SUU, experience more for your education. Explore a higher education with a difference. Experience SUU. There's the handoff to the dive back up the middle. Big hole to the 40-yard line. Garcia, 30-yard line. He's to the 25, 20. Garcia, stiff arm to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Garcia!
Applegarth, the only one trying to get him and get stiff-armed outside. He kind of danced around. Joey Raymond turned him over, turned him around, cut left, cut right as he's running in stride. And the Hawks could never get a play on the ball on the runner. And it's touchdown, Judge Memorial.
The Bulldogs go up 34-0 on a 53-yard touchdown run by Henry Garcia. 34-zip Bulldogs.
I'm supposed to talk right now, but I don't know what to say.
Comment on the beautiful sunset here in Salt Lake City, Jeff.
Man, it is. It's amazing. The sun's just barely about to touch on the mountains on the right in front of us on the
Mark
west side.
Barnett with a hold. The kick is up and good by Andrew Matthews. Judge Memorial 35. North Sanpete nothing. 2:56 left here in the second quarter. We'll be back in a minute.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
A 53-yard touchdown run by Henry Garcia of the Bulldogs, and Judge Memorial goes up 35-0 with 2:56 left in the first half. Boy, this Judge Memorial team is very impressive, Jeff.
They're all very physical and like to hit. The Hawks we haven't seen normal Hawk hitting in this game.
There's the kickoff at the 4-yard line. North Sanpete will return it. It's Applegarth to the 20-yard line, and that's about all. And it'll be 1st and 10 Hawks. They're going to mark it at the 19.
Applegarth doing a nice job this season with kick returns, very sure-handed in catching those kickoffs. He averages 22 yards per kickoff, and as we mentioned before, has one touchdown kickoff return for 93 yards. Earlier action today, the North Sanpete Lady Hawk volleyball team won their first match in 3 games. I believe it was over the Grantsville Cowboys, and then faced the Snow Canyon Warriors and lost in 4. The best the Lady Hawk volleyball team can do now is to take 5th coming through the consolation side.
5 wide receivers make that 4. 3 on the right. There's the quarterback keeper by Wheeler. Wheeler to the 25-yard line, to the 30-yard line, and has a Hawk first down on a nice run there by Brady Wheeler.
You know what I like to see as well, out there blocking for him is big number 63 of the Hawks, Tyler King, 6'4", 255 pounds, as well as a good long sustained block by Joseph Danvers, receiver number 20, 6'3", 160-pound senior.
So 1st and 10 North Sanpete at the 30-yard line. And coming up to the line with 3 wide receivers going to the right side this time. One on the left is going to be halfway between the line and the sideline. There's the handoff, and it's going to go to Alex Davis. Davis wrapped up at the 30-yard line and down there, and it just seems as though North Sanpete is playing very, very intimidated by this Judge Memorial team. They are so tentative. They're afraid to pass. They're afraid to catch. They're afraid to run.
Afraid to close down and make hits, but you have to hand it to it. There's a lot of good workhorses out there and some athletic players for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. That was Alex Davis's carry for a couple of yards for the North Sanpete Hawks.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 for North Sanpete. In the shotgun is Wheeler with it back to his right. 4 wide receivers. Drops back, pumps. Going deep is Wheeler, has a receiver and overshoots. Bob Serrano incomplete. He was wide open at the Judge Memorial 40-yard line.
Just barely overthrown. Bob couldn't quite stretch that hand far enough to reach up and catch that ball, and he was wide open. Hawks taking a shot down the field, but a nice tight spiral and a good throwing form from Brady Wheeler, but just barely overthrown. Serrano has 13 catches this year for 144 yards and a touchdown.
1:33 left here in the second quarter. Brings up a 3rd down and 8 for North Sanpete at their own 31-yard line. Special thanks to MKJ Construction and American Family Insurance agent Carol Carver for sponsoring this broadcast on Centricom Channel 10 and the Eagle 94.5 FM. Wheeler in the gun, the back this time to his left. 4 wide receivers, double slot. In motion, the slot back on the right side. Fake handoff. Wheeler's going to, bad decision there as he tucked it and ran right into a tackler as he didn't even see a hole. He just decided to run, and he got hit hard by John Garlinghouse.
It looked like a design play almost to delay quarterback draw, where he dances for a second, looks at the one receiver, and then tucks it to try to go up the hole in the middle, but that time there was no hole. I believe that was number 51 on the tackle for the Bulldogs, and that is John Garlinghouse, 6 feet tall, 205-pound junior.
At the 15-yard line, Zach Lee to punt it away. 56 seconds left here in the first half. 35-0. Bulldogs lead the Hawks. Ecolife score check. There's the line drive, end over end kick, angled away from the return man. Inside the 30, he picks it up at the 26-yard line. Nowhere to go, but finds some room and dances through a couple of Hawks to get up to the 35-yard line. Serrano in on the tackle, also in there for North Sanpete. Big number 64, Jared Beckstead, the 6-foot, 210-pound senior.
We've called Beckstead's name a lot the last few weeks. He's been a good defender for the North Sanpete Hawks right there on special teams with the punt coverage, the punt team. Jared Beckstead, number 64.
So at their own 35-yard line, Judge Memorial with 34 seconds left to work with. They may take a couple knees here with a 35-point lead. We'll see what Jack does. I believe there's a new quarterback in the game, Aiden Auer. We'll see here as he takes the snap. It is there's the handoff instead to the left side. Breaking through is going to be Barnett. Barnett's going to score. He's down to the 40-yard line unless he can get caught by Lee. Lee gets them hit on the sideline, and then coming in is Joey Raymond and knocks him out of bounds with 23 seconds left at the 15-yard line. I believe that was Raymond. Who was that? Was that Applegarth?
It was Raymond and Wanless. Wanless gets there first. Raymond finishes him off. Good play right there by the Bulldogs. Just a straight-up dive on this option attack that they have. Good blocking downfield especially.
50-yard pickup on the run up the middle, which was supposed to run out the clock. And now with 19 seconds left, Judge Memorial threatening to score again. Auer, the quarterback, pitches it out to the right side. Some good blocking to the outside. It's going to be Barnett. He's to the 5-yard line, out of bounds at about the 3-yard line with 8 seconds left.
And he runs out of bounds on his own, so the officials are going to go ahead and stop that clock and give him one more play before halftime.
Going to mark him down at the 1-yard line is where they put him. So a 14-yard pickup for number 19, Mark Barnett.
Going to roll the clock right now, yep.
Judge Memorial hurries to the line. Auer with 1 second gets the snap away, hands it off, and into the end zone. Not sure if he got in or not. He should have handed it off to Barnett because Barnett easily got in. And it looks like it's going to be stopped short. So at the end of one half of play, it's Judge Memorial 35, North Sanpete nothing. It's time for our Southern Utah University halftime show. SUU, where you get involved in your education so you experience more learning. We'll be back in 2 minutes with our SUU halftime show next.
Terrell's Thriftway in Mount Pleasant is always working hard to be your neighborhood grocer. And with items like their famous ugly steaks, I mean, how can something so ugly going on the grill taste so good coming off? And their homemade salsa and cowboy caviar are a hit anywhere they're served. And in the bakery, you'll find Terrell's own roll and scone dough that will brighten up any get-together. Plus, Terrell's prides itself on its produce department, where the finest and fresh produce at great prices can always be found. Drop in today for the best in prices and friendly service. Your neighborhood grocer, Terrell's Thriftway in Mount Pleasant.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever. So help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, contact Carol Carver Insurance Agency, 489 South Main Street in Ephraim.
Hey, sports fans, paint the town red with the help of Qual's Quality Paints from Christy Anson Glass and Paint in Mount Pleasant. Thinking about painting your house this fall? You don't want to paint it twice by using cheap paint from box stores. Use the paint specifically selected for the Rocky Mountains. Qual Paint is formulated to withstand the region's harsh, volatile climate and look perfect year after year. And while you're at it, buy it from a dealer you can trust. Christy Anson Glass and Paint, 951 South State, Mount Pleasant.
And we pride ourselves in giving the very best customer service.
Centricom has been there for me as I've needed their services.
We can just call and they're very friendly and helpful. And when we have issues and concerns, they address them as friends.
It's really nice to be able to work with a local company that cares so much.
Just top-notch people, good community members.
Excellent customer service. We've just been really happy. Centricom, 110 years of service.
Welcome back to our Southern Utah University halftime show. Southern Utah University, an education designed to give you a memorable experience. Look into Southern Utah University and experience more. Well, at halftime, the Judge Memorial Bulldogs lead the North Sanpete Hawks 35-0 here in this 3A state playoff game here in Salt Lake City. Beautiful sunset here in Salt Lake. Nice evening as you see the buildings in the distance. And Jeff, North Sanpete has just been outmatched in this game by a very superior team, but really I don't think the score indicates what kind of game this could be, as North Sanpete could very well be in this game. They've given 2 turnovers away that turned into touchdowns for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs, and they have had several drop passes, several passes that have been off. Had they been on in this game, I think they could be hanging with the Bulldogs for a little while.
Yeah, I agree. It shouldn't be this big of a difference, 35-0. Early, bad, slow start with mistakes with the turnovers and with the penalties, it was just a bad way to start a football game. And mentally, what does that do to a teenage young man that's between the ages of 15 and 17 to start off so poor, and to have Judge Memorial pour on the score early on with such a fast start? It's not just miles apart. It's North Pole, South Pole apart on that difference right there at the beginning of the game.
Well, right now the Hawks are trailing this one 35-0. We'll see what kind of team comes out in that second half, if they can make a game out of it. Right now they're just trying to get some respect here in this second half, see if they can put some points on the board.
And the clock's going to be ticking. The mercy rule kicks in the second half if the score is 35. The margin is 35 points or more, and that's what it is right now, 35-0. So the Hawks really won't have much time to try to make a dent in that lead.
Well, we'll take another 2-minute timeout here on our Southern Utah University halftime show. We'll total up some stats, but first we have an interview coming up. Got an interview with who, Jeff?
I had quarterback Brady Wheeler Jr. For the North Sanpete Hawks.
All right, we'll have an interview when we come back right here on KLGL and Centricom Channel 10.
You want a quality education? How's this? All of SUU's nursing graduates passed their licensing exam on the first try in May of 2010. 100% of our students, not most of them, all of them. Small classes, caring faculty, the best facilities. That equals quality. Again, in May of 2011, 100% of our students passed the test. That's quality. You expect it, SUU delivers it.
Are you looking for comfort, quality, and reliability with your furniture, appliances, or electronics? That's exactly what you find at Beck's Home Furnishings in Mount Pleasant. Choose from a variety of Ashley furniture items, do-it-best appliances, and quality electronics. So whether you're looking for a good night's sleep, relaxing in your favorite chair, having a pleasant family dinner, or getting the chores done, Beck's can help. Plus, Beck's has outstanding prices and special sales every week. Visit them today at 14 West Main in Mount Pleasant or online at shopbecks.com.
MKJ Construction has been serving Central Utah and the surrounding area for over 30 years. Whether you have a project as large as a new road or water line or as intricate as a decorative landscape feature, we have the experience and equipment to complete any size project. We also deliver sand, gravel, road base, topsoil, and landscaping boulders. Call MKJ Construction at 427-9299, 427-9299, and see what we can do for you.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
Welcome back once again to the Southern Utah University halftime show as the North Sanpete Hawks trail the Judge Memorial Bulldogs here at halftime by a score of 35-0. Let's send it to Jeff Erickson with an interview with Brady Wheeler.
Thanks, Mike. I'm here with Brady Wheeler Jr., football player for the North Sanpete Hawks. Brady, how you feeling tonight?
Going into this game after beating Delta, we're feeling pretty confident.
Awesome. How did the game go last week, and what kind of feeling was it after the game when the team stormed out on the field?
It was a close game, but our team, after they got up on us at the end, we pulled through and we went down and we scored and ended up winning the game.
What was going through your mind when you were orchestrating that last drive to get within field goal range?
I just knew I had to get the job done and that we had to win or we wouldn't be playing tonight.
It seemed like you targeted sophomore receiver Zach Lee a lot in that game, whereas previously he hadn't caught very many passes, if any at all. What happened there for Zach to step up, or was he just wide open every time?
I just figured I needed to get the ball to some of my skill guys and just let them make plays for us.
Awesome. And then what about today's football game against the Judge Memorial Bulldogs? What has Coach Roberts been preaching to you this past week in preparation for a Hawk victory?
Just to do the same thing as last week, just complete all the passes and be a leader for the team and get us a W.
Awesome. Okay, so on a little bit more personal note, tell everybody who your parents are and your siblings, and we'll go from there.
My parents are Dave and Julie Wheeler. My brother is Kyler, and my sisters are Ashley and Whitney.
And then you live in Mount Pleasant?
Right.
And then what are your hobbies besides football? What do you like to do in your free time?
I like to go hunting and fishing. I just like being outdoors.
Awesome. What kind of hunting? Is it all kinds of hunting, or is it specifically elk or deer?
Mostly deer. We chase a lot of lions and bears with our hound dogs too. So
that's got to be pretty exciting. Have you ever had any close calls?
Yeah, one time there was a close call.
You're still alive. You're still playing football.
Yeah.
Well, any final comments to anybody that might be listening at home or anywhere? This is going to be on the internet and everything. So anything you want to say to anybody that's been supporting you?
We're just expecting a dogfight tonight and hoping for a good game.
Thanks a lot, Brady.
Thank you, Jeff.
That was Brady Wheeler, quarterback of the North Sanpete Hawks. Don't go away. We'll send it back to the studios for this break.
Choosing a college is tough, but there's a big difference between 25 and 500 students in a class. SUU has small classes. It's a big difference if your professor is teaching class or doing research. SUU professors are in the classroom teaching and calling on you by name. At SUU, distinguished faculty are in small classes teaching rigorous nationally accredited programs on a safe campus in an unrivaled natural setting. Southern Utah University. There is a difference.
Visit your Sanpete Valley Conoco in Moroni, where you'll find courteous service at the convenience store and the world-famous Sanpete barbecue turkey sandwiches. Sanpete Valley Conoco is the place for refreshing frazzles, irresistible treats, delicious pizza, and the only place to get the new Yo Cream. Yogurts, only creamier with lots of toppings, and the new Boba Bursts, a new experience in eating ice cream. They also serve all of Central Utah with bulk fuel, oil, and lube delivery, whether in the drum or bucket. Visit Sanpete Valley Conoco at the junction of highways in Moroni.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
State Farm Insurance and Financial Services is your best choice for dependable insurance coverage and finance options. Local agent Danny Dykes in Moroni offers all types of insurance, as well as State Farm Financial Services, where you're able to finance your dreams through State Farm Bank. State Farm also offers the Pocket Agent app for smartphones and the new Drive Safe and Save discount. Visit your local State Farm Insurance and Financial Services office in Moroni. Phone 800-347-8601. That's 800-347-8601.
Welcome back to Judge Memorial Catholic High School in Salt Lake City. 3A state playoff action as North Sanpete trails the Bulldogs 35-0. Of course, the Bulldogs have quite a history, have 9 state championships, the last one coming in 1983, the first one coming in 1948. Hawks with no state championship appearances and 10 region championships, but quite a history here at Judge Memorial Catholic High School. Just a great tradition, and you can see the dollars as well that is poured into this, I would call it private school, with this wonderful stadium, McCarthy Stadium, and an AstroTurf field. Quite a tradition here.
Definitely is. We'll take one more break here on the Southern Utah University halftime show. We'll run through stats. We'll come up in 2 minutes and do that. You can experience more learning, though, growing, maturing, hiking, dancing, and living at SUU. You will experience more at Southern Utah University. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
The mayor, city council, and residents in the cities of Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Moroni wish the North Sanpete Hawks the best of luck this season. The entire community is proud to support North Sanpete High School in preparing the future leaders of Sanpete County. They're committed to ensuring that area youth are provided the best opportunities to learn the important lessons of life through academics and athletic competition. Good luck to the players, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body from the cities of Fairview, Moroni, and Mount Pleasant.
Centricom is positioned incredibly well for the future.
We have become the second largest fiber system in the state, Centricom has.
We provide data services for the Wasatch Front, school districts, hospitals, libraries.
We now serve over 7,000 internet customers in our area, which is amazing.
We are prepared for the future and excited about the future.
Centricom, 110 years of service.
I hate to use the
cold word, but winter's going to be on us faster than a bug on chrome, and cold is just what it's going to be. Stalling Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning to the rescue. They service all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners. They're authorized dealers for Lennox, Carrier, and Trane furnace systems. Stalling Sheet Metal also has a full line of wood, gas, and pellet burning stoves and fireplaces. It's time to get your heating system serviced for winter. Call today. Stalling Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning in Mount Pleasant.
Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant is a proud sponsor of North Sanpete High School sports on the radio and wishes the team the best of luck in this season. The entire staff and management of Terry Brotherson Excavating are committed to supporting various academic and athletic programs to help prepare our youth for life. Providing all types of excavating work throughout the state of Utah, Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant. Happy to support the North Sanpete Hawks this season.
He's doing a great. Welcome back here. Mike Train and Jeff Erickson, and of course Nate Palmer here as we are broadcasting from Judge Memorial High School at halftime. The Judge Memorial Bulldogs lead the North Sanpete Hawks in this 3A state playoff game 35-0. We've seen nothing but excellence from James Cordova's team. He's doing a wonderful job here at Judge Memorial. Let's get to the first half stats. First of all, we'll take a look at Judge Memorial because it has been all Judge, and I'm not kidding with that. Leading the way in rushing with 122 yards rushing is Caden Ellis. 5 rushes for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also, let's take a look at some of the other rushers. First of all, Mark Barnett, he has 3 rushes for 6 yards. Also, a rush for 50 yards by Michael Perry. Also, Henry Garcia has 4 rushes for 66 yards and a touchdown. All unofficially, as we're doing this with chicken scratch while we announce. Also, 5 rushes for 71 yards and a touchdown for Max Barnett. And then 5 rushes for, he had 5 rushes for 71 yards and a touchdown. So total offense on the ground, 315 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, and that is on 16 carries. 2 for 2 in the passing department from Caden Ellis for 18 yards. Total offense for the Bulldogs, 333 yards. 1 catch for 5 yards for Sean McMinney. And then also with 1 catch for 13 yards was Mark Barnett. For the North Sanpete Hawks, Spencer Applegarth, 3 rushes for 5 yards. Mark Otto, 1 rush for 5 yards. 2 rushes for 11 yards for Justin Lee. 1 rush for 2 yards for Alex Davis. And then 4 rushes for 24 yards for Brady Wheeler. So 10 rushes for 47 yards for the North Sanpete Hawks. 1 for 10 in the pass department for Brady Wheeler. 1 interception. The 5 yards was a reception caught by Joey Raymond. So total Hawk offense, 55 yards compared to 333 yards from Judge Memorial. So that's the stats, Jeff.
What a dismal first half for the North Sanpete Hawk numbers after Brady Wheeler puts up 19 out of 26 for 73% and 182 yards through the air last week. It's 1 for 10.
Well, we got 2 minutes before the start of the second half. We'll take that opportunity to go back to the studios for a quick timeout. We'll return in 2 minutes.
The Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi offers state-of-the-art rehabilitation services. The physical therapy department is committed to providing patients with the highest quality rehabilitative services. As part of the hospital team, board-certified physical therapists work closely with doctors and other healthcare professionals in coordinating and caring for patients. In addition, they have a specialist with 14 years experience that's certified by the Academy of Wound Care. Next time you or a loved one needs rehabilitation services, think of Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi.
Many people often ask, what does Ecolife actually do? The real question is, what don't they do? Ecolife has a long list of services, including fertilizer, weed control, sprinkler systems, sod, rock walls, Roundup and Sterilant, agriculture weed and pest control, colored and stamped concrete. And don't forget about spider, ant,
Call Ecolife at 283-6002 for your free estimate. That's 283-6002.
Sidewalks, trees, shrubs, and other plants, as well as sprinkler systems.
Cache Valley Bank was organized in 1975, and since its inception, they've been providing services to small businesses, farmers, and residents of Utah. Cache Valley Bank has experienced steady growth over the years and is excited to expand with the recent purchase of the local America West Bank branches located in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, Nephi, Loa, and Price. Cache Valley Bank is excited to be a part of your community with the same great people and the same great service. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
Back once again here in Salt Lake City. Mike Train and Jeff Erickson with you as the North Sanpete Hawks trail the Judge Memorial Bulldogs 35-0 as we're set to start the second half. Both teams back out on the field, and we appreciate all of our sponsors, including Sanpete Valley Conoco. Stop in for a refreshing frazzle or top-notch jerky. Sanpete Valley Conoco on the junction of the highways in Moroni. And Cavalier Pizza sponsoring our player of the game. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call for a pizza, 462-3388. And we appreciate our sponsors, Sunrise Engineering, SUU, Snow College, Beck's Home Furnishings, Chris Jansen Glass and Paint, Skyline Pharmacy, Terrell's Market, Centricom Channel 10, Cache Valley Bank, Ecolife, MKJ Construction, American Family Insurance Agent Carol Carver, Central Valley Medical Center, Terry Brotherson Excavating, Stalling Sheet Metal, the cities of Moroni, Mount Pleasant, and Fairview, State Farm Insurance Agent Danny Dykes, and Sanpete Valley Conoco. Looks like North Sanpete will kick off to start this second half. Justin Lee will boot it away. And, of course, Jeff, the clock will be running here. Any keys to the second half?
Looks like the Hawks might try an onside kick to go for it, but I think the Hawks really just need to tackle.
And it goes out of bounds as it went out. Flag on the play.
I think the Hawks, as you mentioned, the key to the second half, the Hawks need to tackle, need to hit, need to play with no fear. And, it's a nice stadium, and it's a nice venue, and it's a nice view from here down on the city. And it just seems to be maybe a little bit intimidating to the Hawks this first half. And the Hawks just didn't respond to the physicality of the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. So the Hawks need to respond and need to hit, need to tackle, and need to protect the quarterback.
Well, it looks like Judge Memorial will take the football after the penalty. And they lead 35-0. Not sure why the clock stopped, though.
They're waving it off because it didn't make it past the 35-yard line, the ball. And so that penalty, the ball just goes where it went out of bounds. If it was past 35, if it was inside the 35, then there would be the penalty.
So 1st and 10 at the 40. They're going to put it up to the 44-yard line now. So at the 44-yard line, the Judge Memorial Bulldogs, 1st down and 10, leading 35-0. Double wing back. Under center, Auer is going to hand it off to Henry Garcia. Garcia is going to get tackled quickly by North Sanpete. A little more spirit here as they come out and make a nice tackle there. I believe, again, this time number 63 for the Hawks, Tyler King in there.
Tyler King, and then Bob Serrano gets up as well, and they took the feet out from underneath the runner, and a good tackle for a loss to start the second half by the Hawks.
Well, this was a great feat for North Sanpete even to make it to the playoffs. An exciting last-second kick last week by Justin Lee to beat the Delta Rabbits for the right to come here after a kind of a shaky season at 3-6, but they made it to the playoffs. That is a huge step for Matt Roberts' team.
It's a good marquee win last week and qualifying for the playoffs.
Auer back to pass, throws across the middle, has a receiver caught at the 40-yard line to the 35, and falling down because he lost his balance was Michael Perry, but a 1st and 10 in Hawk territory.
Well, Raymond thought that the ball might squeak through his hands and was looking to make the interception rather than make the hit or maybe make the hit after the catch and jar that ball out. He could have lit that receiver wide up, lit him up, but it was a big catch for a 1st down now into Hawk territory.
22-yard pickup on the pass play. So set to go. Judge Memorial at the Hawk 39. or 34, excuse me. There's the handoff and nothing doing there. North Sanpete makes the stop on Henry Garcia. May have lost a yard there, Jeff.
Yeah, I believe it was another tackle for a loss. So 2 out of the 3 plays have been tackles for losses for the Hawks, with the exception of that big catch in between those 2 tackle for losses.
2nd down and 11 for North Sanpete. 10:26 left here in the third quarter. 35-0. Hawks trail. Sounds like Morgan beat Richfield 32-13. I think they said at the PA announcer here.
I wasn't listening.
Now with the double wing back, Auer the quarterback. Austin pitches it out left side, trying to get to the corner, and cutting back against the grain is going to get caught and stopped there. The running back there, Michael Perry, tackled there by Bob Serrano of North Sanpete.
Bob Serrano plants right when the running back plants, and he was able to get him by the shoestrings and tackle for another loss for the Hawks. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 3rd down for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. 3rd down and 12, and that'll be back at the 36-yard line. So loss of 2 on the play. Perry has a 50-yard run in this football game. Judge Memorial sends a wing back in motion to the right. Rolling to his right is Auer, looking to pass, throws downfield, has a wide open receiver. Caught at the 20-yard line for a 1st down. Oh, did he drop it, though?
It looks like they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
Sean McMinney makes the catch and drop. Looked like he had it.
I believe that hit was made by number 35 of the Hawks, and that would be Lane Cook. Lane's been solid defender all year long, but we haven't called his name too much today.
Some scores for you. It's Manti leading Emory 7-0 in the first. Beaver and Parowan tied at 7 in the first. Kanab leading Milford 21-0. It's Grand leading South Sevier 6-0 in the second. Juab leading Grantsville 7-0 in the second quarter. Here it's 35-0 Judge. Auer, the quarterback, rolls to his left. Looks downfield on this 4th down. Throws into the end zone. Is it caught? No, dropped. And incomplete.
Well, that was a good-looking pass up and over the top of the 6'3 Danvers, and just barely a little bit overthrown by number 8, who was trying to run underneath that. Good effort, but incomplete.
That is Scott McKinnon. And a turnover on downs to the North Sanpete Hawks.
Quarterback and Aiden Auer, obviously the throwing quarterback of these two. He is a junior this year.
So the Hawks will get it at the 36-yard line, 1st down and 10. We'll see what Brady Wheeler can do here. Danvers wide to the left as a wide receiver, 3 to the right. Applegarth is on the left as a running back, and the shotgun is Wheeler. Wheeler takes the snap, quick pass out to the right side, going to be caught by Raymond, gets wrapped up and stopped there. Nice job defensively by Judge Memorial's Max Barnett.
Well, that one was a catch for a loss that time. Goes against the stats, and it went, back 2.5 yards or so. It was a completion, which is what the Hawks really need to get some confidence and maybe get the ball moving, but it needs to move in the right direction.
Pass reception complete to Joey Raymond for a loss of 3 yards. 2nd down and 13 with 7:48 left here in the third quarter. Judge leading 35-0. Score check courtesy of Cache Valley Bank and Centricom Channel 10. In the gun, Wheeler drops back. The lefty throws to the right side, going to be caught. And then a nice move to the 40-yard line on the run after the catch. And it's going to be Joey Raymond.
Joey Raymond again, who got 12 catches now for over almost nearly 200 yards.
So a pickup of about 4, a little bit more than that. Looks like up to the 40-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of about 7 on that one. Nice job there by North Sanpete Hawks. In the gun is Wheeler again on this 3rd down and 6. Sends Raymond in motion to the left. Wheeler's going to pump one, steps up through the pressure, tries to run, and gets hit and falls down.
Looks like he's going to lose about a half a yard. good coverage downfield by the secondary. Wheeler had nowhere to throw the ball, and there really wasn't enough pressure with the pocket collapsing, but he felt like he needed to step up because there was nowhere else for him to throw the ball.
So back to punt is Zach Lee back at his 24-yard line. There's a snap, a little high, but he got up and got it. Now he boots a line drive kick. Going to bounce at the 28-yard line. It's going to be down by North Sanpete at the 15 by Josh Watts.
Well, it's not pretty when he punts the ball such low and line drive, but it sure nets a lot of yards because people don't run underneath it to catch it because it's hard to run underneath, and then it's line drive bouncing at them, and you never know which way the football is going to bounce. So another good punt by Zach Lee.
So Judge Memorial leading 35-0 at their own 15-yard line with 6:07 left in the third quarter of play. Again, I believe Richfield has gone down in defeat in their football game against Morgan. So Morgan moves on. Now with it, there's the handoff up the middle and a flag on the play. Barnett got it, and Max is going to get maybe a couple yards, and that's all. Illegal shift on Judge and Memorial.
Lights are coming on out in the city. All the city lights in the valley up here in the Salt Lake Valley. Very good bird's eye view from up here in the booth here at the stadium, McCarthy Stadium at Judge Memorial.
So that penalty is going to march the Bulldogs back. They're going to place the ball at the 10-yard line. Manti leading Emory now 14-0 in the second quarter. Juab over Grantsville 7-0. Grand leading South Sevier by a score of 6-0, and no change on the Canam Milford score, still 21-0. Beaver and Parowan tied at 7. There's the snap rolling to his right. There's a quick pass out, caught. Going to be the 20, 30-yard line, 40-yard line, and down the sideline with no one going to catch him all the way. McRam, Ibrahim, all the way in for the touchdown. Ibrahim with the TD.
There's going to be a hold over here, I think, on Judge Memorial, so that one will probably come back, I'm guessing, unless we see something crazy like we saw in the first half where it'll be a hold on the defense.
Nice run that time, though, as Makram Ibrahim made the run, the 5'11", 165-pound senior, and that looked like a pitch forward, which may count as a forward pass. Could have been, it was a little flip out. We'll have to see on the replay, but this will come back. So erase that touchdown.
There was somebody right in his face. I didn't catch who the Hawk player was that hit the quarterback right as he pitched that ball, but it was a good hit for the North Sanpete Hawks.
It's really close. It's hard to see on the tight angle that it had, but it could have been sideways.
I think it was Bob Serrano, 81 on that hit.
So Judge will have the ball as they march it back from the 27-yard line. Well, coming up, we'll have our Sunrise Engineering post-game show during our post-game show broadcast. Join us for that. Also, we'll have our Player of the Game honor, Sanpete Valley Conoco Defensive Player of the Game, Cavalier Pizza Offensive Player of the Game. Actually shotgun with the back behind him. There's the quarterback, slips and falls. Aiken Auer couldn't get it out of there, and he slaps the football with his hand, and he'll go back to the huddle.
Tiny Tyler King right there, forcing him to cut back inside and lose his balance. When you say tiny, he's 255 pounds of pure muscle for the North Sanpete Hawks. 6'4".
From the 18, second down and 7 for Judge Memorial. 4:33 left here in this third quarter as the mercy rule is on and the clock continues to roll no matter what. There's the snap. Handoff goes to the dive back to the left side. He is wrapped up and stopped there by North Sanpete's Tyler King. The 6'4", 255-pound junior wraps him up and stops him at the 20 after a gain of 2.
Tyler King making a name for himself this game in on a lot of tackles and a lot of plays. Also in there was Bob Serrano. I think Bob and Tyler make a formidable tandem on that right side. I just see them giving high five to each other down there on the field. Good teammates and good defenders together.
So third down and 5 for Judge Memorial. Double wing back. One wing back goes in motion to the left. Fake pitch to him. Rolling to his right is Auer. Aiken in trouble. He gets hit. He's going to get away. He's back at the 12-yard line and throws it downfield. Incomplete. And it's going to be a punting situation. Lane Cook on the coverage on Max Barnett.
Cook tries to go for that interception, but it was underthrown and it hit the turf right before he could get there. Good defensive stand by the North Sanpete Hawks to start the second half.
So 3:36 remaining here in the third, and Judge Memorial will punt it away with Andrew Matthews kicking it off. Or punting it away, actually, from his own 6-yard line. Two Hawk return men back at the 40-yard line. There's the snap. Not much pressure. Oh, a bad kick. Shanks it off the right side of his foot. It bounces and goes out of bounds at the Judge Memorial 42-yard line. We're going to mark it at the 40, actually.
Well, watching him in warm-ups punting that ball, the ball was oftentimes up and above the booth, which we have a bird's eye view right now, but Andrew Matthews didn't get that one, that's for sure. But he's got some kicking talent and some punting talent. 6'2", 175-pound senior for the Bulldogs. Hawks have good field position.
So with nighttime arriving here in Salt Lake City, beautiful view out over the city as well. We've got Judge Memorial with their backs against their end zone here as North Sanpete starts off a drive at the Bulldog 40-yard line. Brady Wheeler in the shotgun with a wide receiver, 2 to each side, and a back to his right. Wheeler sends Lee in motion. Lee's going to do a halfback pass. Wide open downfield, throws it. Caught at the 15-yard line. Rushing down to the 7-yard line for a 1st and goal is North Sanpete with a big pass play. And I believe that's going to be down to number 12 for North Sanpete, which is Jake Hadley.
Jake Hadley with the nice catch and a perfect tight spiral thrown by Justin Lee. Justin Lee was the quarterback for this team early on in their underclass football with their freshman and sophomore team. He's experienced at throwing that ball, and that's his first pass of the season for Justin Lee to Jake Hadley. Jake now has 7 catches.
Set to go, Wheeler in the gun again. 3 wide receivers, handoff goes to the back, up the middle. He gets to the 5 to the 4-yard line, and that is going to be all. Nice run that time, as looks like Spencer Applegarth got the call with 1:54 left here in this third.
Well, this is what we saw last week. The Hawks were able to get it close in the red zone and then had to settle for field goals. The Hawks really need to get touchdowns, especially down 35-0 in the second half.
So set to go, Hawks at the 5-yard line. Only a pickup of 2 on that play for Applegarth. Here they go again, Wheeler under center. Going to hand it off, going to the right side. Applegarth, nowhere to go. Cuts back against the grain, and he's going to get hit for a loss. North Sanpete going to the run game real close. You like to see him spread it out and try to get the corners on the run or roll Wheeler out for a possible pass, but they try to run it down a very difficult defense's throat, and they're just not able to do it.
Yeah, and I thought Danvers was split wide out all by himself, isolated on the left side, 6'3" and pretty athletic. I thought maybe Wheeler would throw that pass, roll out to his left, and hit him on a 1 ISO situation.
3rd down and goal for North Sanpete. Trying to score before the end of the third quarter of play. Wheeler in the gun. Taking his time. Sends a back in motion, a wide receiver from right to left, Applegarth. Back to throw, has 1 receiver in mind, throws. It's going to be knocked down, incomplete. They had double coverage on Applegarth. They knew they were going to go to Applegarth, and Wheeler looked at no other receivers, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, there were 3 defenders over there, 2 close and 1 just for insurance behind him. And all of a sudden, it's a 4th down, and the Hawks really need more than a field goal. So it looks like Wheeler getting the play from the coaching staff, and the Hawks will go for it.
So 4th down right now at the 5-yard line. 4th down for the Hawks, trying to get into the end zone. 2 wide receivers left, 2 on the right. In the gun is Wheeler. Wheeler sends a wide receiver in motion again, and they're going to run out of time. This could be a delay of game. No, they ran out of time on the
timeout
on the quarter clock, and that's the end of the third quarter. 35-0 Judge Memorial leads North Sanpete in this 3A playoff game. We'll be back right after this.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Back once again here. They have put 4 seconds on the clock before the end of the third quarter of play. North Sanpete will have a 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line. And we do have some score updates for you, though. It's 6-6 now. South Sevier has tied Grand High School on the road in the second quarter. Juab leads Grantsville 7-6 as the Cowboys have scored. Manti still leading Emory 14-0 in the second, and Beaver tied with Parowan 7-7 in the second quarter. Here, North Sanpete has not been able to come up with a winning combination to get into the end zone, and they've been sort of predictable in what they've run here, Jeff. What do you think is a good play for the Hawks to get into the end zone?
Well, I think he's got to be able to roll out right now because he hasn't had time to stand in the pocket. So let Brady Wheeler be a threat, a dual threat, and roll him out with a couple of wideouts to the left side and see what he can do.
So Wheeler in the gun. With the back on his left is Cook. And now do they wind the clock and then let it run out again?
I think they wind it because it's the mercy rule with a 35-point lead. So,
but out of a timeout, they shouldn't start it until the play starts, right? Or maybe, it looks like they called a timeout, but I guess the mercy rule means that you run it even out of a timeout.
Yep.
So we'll go to the fourth quarter, 35-0. We'll be right back after this minute timeout.
Terrell's Thriftway in Mount Pleasant is always working hard to be your neighborhood grocer. And with items like their famous ugly steaks, I mean, how can something so ugly going on the grill taste so good coming off? And their homemade salsa and cowboy caviar are a hit anywhere they're served. And in the bakery, you'll find Terrell's own roll and scone dough that will brighten up any get-together. Plus, Terrell's prides itself on its produce department, where the finest and fresh produce at great prices can always be found. Drop in today for the best in prices and friendly service. Your neighborhood grocer, Terrell's Thriftway in Mount Pleasant.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever. So help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, contact Carol Carver Insurance Agency, 489 South Main Street in Ephraim.
Welcome back, North Sanpete, and the shotgun is Wheeler from the 5, 4th and goal. Can the Hawks get in for a touchdown? There's the snap, fake the handoff, Wheeler keeps it, and that wasn't much of an option. That was just don't give it to the running back and just try to run it, and he didn't read anything, and he got sacked back at the 7-yard line. So a turnover on downs for North Sanpete.
Well, how often do you see where a player already has his mind made up? Who he's going to throw the ball to, not looking at other receivers. If he's going to fake the handoff and keep it on the quarterback option, sometimes young players have the play made up in their mind what they want to do. And Wheeler has seen a lot of success with that play in the past, and so he had the self-confidence to try that play. It didn't pan out that time.
But on the option offense, you can't do that. There's the handoff to the right side, and Judge Memorial pounding it forward, gets to about the 10-yard line on the carry, and that will be it. Nice job, Max Barnett, on the carry that time.
52, Taylor Olson on the stop right there, 6 feet tall, 230 pounds. Taylor, a dedicated young man, was watching film this morning on the internet with some of the archived game films that are online of Judge Memorial, trying to prepare for tonight's game. Good young man.
35-zip, Judge Memorial leads. There's the snap, and Auer runs the option to the left side, pitches it out to the 15, to the 20, down the sideline again, Perry. Perry to the 35-40, and gets knocked out of bounds in Hawk territory about the 49-yard line. Nice run by Michael Perry.
Well, it was just the option play, and it was the last option. It was the pitch on the outside. Caden Cook had to try to step up to stop the quarterback, but as soon as he did that, the pitch man was wide open because Cook was the last guy on the outside edge.
So to the 48-yard line on that carry. 42-yard pickup for Perry. He's had 3 rushes, and he's almost over 100 yards. Now Auer's going to hand it off, and that's going to be a nothing doing there. Nice job by North Sanpete. Max Barnett got met and stopped right there by the Hawks' number 64, Jared Beckstead.
Beckstead with a lot of tackles today. We don't have defensive stats in front of us, but Beckstead's name has been called a ton, and he got the good stop right there. Solo tackle at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Special thanks to Terrell's Marketplace and Skyline Pharmacy for sponsoring our broadcast here in Salt Lake City at Judge Memorial High School. Bulldogs with it under center, double wing back, one goes in motion. There's the pullout and the quarterback keeper for Auer. Auer's to the 40-yard line, gets taken down. No, he stays up. Looked like may have been a face mask by Joey Raymond of the Hawks, and it's going to be inside the 30-yard line for Auer.
Definite face mask call against the North Sanpete Hawks. A nice read there by Auer to pull it back out of the dive back option and take it himself. Short side of the field, so he couldn't really pitch it. He could have, but it was right next to him, so it'll be first down, Bulldogs.
Aiden Auer, 6'2", 175-pound junior. Nice run to the 27 of North Sanpete, so pickup of 21. And then the penalty will march him closer. So a 5-yard variety on the face mask, so first and 10 at the 22-yard line for Judge Memorial. Aiden Auer hands it off up the middle, dive back, gets a couple yards. Max Barnett again brought down by North Sanpete's Garrett Turpin, the 6', 240-pounder.
Really good sportsmanship out there by Bob Serrano, senior football player of the North Sanpete Hawks, helping players up after they're on the ground almost after every play.
8:52 left in this football game. The North Sanpete Hawks had an opportunity at scoring with a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line on a big halfback pass play from Justin Lee to Hadley. There's the pitch on the right side on the 2nd down and 6, trying to get to the corner as the running back gets to the outside, gets about 6 yards inside the 15-yard line, and then gets tackled on the play. I believe that was, again, the young man who scored a touchdown that was called back, Makram Ibrahim, the 5'11", 165-pound senior, as he picked up about 6 yards on the carry. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 16, though.
You know, Zach Lee did a nice job at the DN position to force his blocker back into the back and then get to the outside shoulder instead of the inside and create time for his teammates to come and help.
Auer's going to pull it out, get hit. He is stopped, and he is taken down by the Hawk defense. A nice sack. Bob Serrano in there. Great play by North Sanpete.
Serrano gets in the backfield and makes a huge play for the North Sanpete Hawks. Serrano has 14 tackles, 12 of those are solo. He has 1 sack, now 2, and he has a quarterback hurry as well as a fumble recovery this season. He's had a nice season.
So no gain. They're going to mark it at the, well, actually, it's going to be a loss of 5 at the 21-yard line. 7:43 and ticking here in the 4th quarter. North Sanpete trailing Judge Memorial 35-0. Judge Memorial, the #1 team in the state right now. That score check courtesy of Skyline Pharmacy and Christiansen Glass and Paint. There's a quick pass play down the field. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Judge Memorial. Oh! They called it incomplete. Did they call it incomplete? Yes, they did.
Yeah, they said it hit the ground, so it looked like a catch to everybody in the stands.
Scott McKinnon on the catch, and I guess it must have come out right at the end, and then he picked it up off the ground. So incomplete pass, and now it's going to be a 1st and 10 for North Sanpete, as that was a 4th down play.
So same sequences on both sides. The Hawks turn it over on 4 downs, and now the Hawks get the ball back on the other side of the field with the 4th down play. And almost a highlight reel catch there by the Bulldogs.
So North Sanpete will start off at their own 21-yard line. Brady Wheeler in the shotgun. running back to his right, back to pass, pumps. He gets hit. He gets away, gets to the 15-yard line, down the sideline, and then out of bounds at about the 22, maybe 23. Nice scramble there by Brady Wheeler. Forced out of bounds that time by Judge Memorial's Joe Waltz.
Wheeler he's got some wheels, and no pun intended. He gets out of sticky situations, but there was a sweet block on that one as well, a pancake block by Zach Lee, number 11, sophomore football player. Brady Wheeler, one of the leading rushers, the second leading rusher for this Hawk team behind Applegarth.
So North Sanpete, a second down and about 9 to go. After that 1-yard pickup by Brady Wheeler. Wheeler in the I formation under center this time. Rolls to his right, looking downfield. The lefty throws, has a receiver caught at the 30-yard line for a first down at the Hawks. Get to the 32-yard line. A nice catch that time by Bob Serrano. First time we called his name in a while, catching a ball.
Wheeler is approaching the 900-yard passing mark for the season. He came into this game with 852, and I think he has around 15 or 20 yards passing so far tonight.
6 minutes, 13 seconds left. A 1st and 10 for North Sanpete as that ball gets to the 32-yard line. A pickup of 11. 10 or 11 on that one. And Serrano gets his first catch of the game. Set to go is Wheeler again under center with one back behind him. Hands off to the wingback Applegarth. He is wrapped up and stopped there by Judge Memorial. Big number 60 in there for the Bulldogs. That would happen to be Taylor Green, the 6'1", 200-pound senior.
Green made the stop, but 78, that defensive end, made that possible as he stepped up, cut the outside edge off to force the running back to come up in the middle where there was help for the Bulldogs to come and make the play.
Joe Van Gui, 6'1", 190-pound sophomore, making that play possible. 5:20 left in the football game. Hawks at the 30-yard line trailing 35-0 at the hands of Judge Memorial. Score check courtesy of Beck's Home Furnishings. We'll have our Sunrise Engineering post-game show for you as well coming up. Sunrise Engineering sharing the Friday night lights with you. A timeout on the field, 5:05 left in the game. 35-0 Bulldogs. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey, sports fans, paint the town red with the help of Qual's Quality Paints from Christy Anson Glass and Paint in Mount Pleasant. Thinking about painting your house this fall? You don't want to paint it twice by using cheap paint from box stores. Use the paint specifically selected for the Rocky Mountains. Qual Paint is formulated to withstand the region's harsh, volatile climate and look perfect year after year. And while you're at it, buy it from a dealer you can trust. Christy Anson Glass and Paint, 951 South State, Mount Pleasant.
And we pride ourselves in giving the very best customer service.
Centricom has been there for me as I've needed their services.
We can just call and they're very friendly and helpful. And when we have issues and concerns, they address them as friends.
It's really nice to be able to work with a local company that cares so much.
Just top-notch people, good community members.
Excellent customer service. We've just been really happy. Centricom, 110 years of service.
Welcome back. Brady Wheeler in the shotgun on this 2nd down and 12 for North Sanpete. Sends Justin Lee in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. Drops back to pass. Throws deep down the left side. Incomplete. And a flag comes in late. Looks like Wanless tried to go up with his hand to catch that ball, and it was impeded by the defender, Barnett, and he gets a flag.
I'm not sure how many passes have been thrown to Wanless this season. Not very many have been intended for Wanless. That one was just barely overthrown, but I think it's because Talon stopped running and then he was bailed out as the defender grabs him as he tries to make a play on it. So it is penalty, pass interference against the Bulldogs.
Well, score updates for you. Kanab leads Milford 28-0 in 1A playoff action. Grantsville has taken the lead over Juab 14-7 in the second. Grand leading South Sevier 12-6 in the second. And Manti leading Emory 28-0 in the second quarter. Here it's 35-0. North Sanpete trails Judge Memorial. Wheeler, hot pass out to the right side to Lee. Lee is going to throw it back to the other side looking for Wheeler. Wheeler has it at the 45-yard line. Cuts. He's to the 35-yard line, to the 30. A big play, but I tell you what, Judge Memorial stayed home and prevented that from being a touchdown.
Well, we've seen 3 different players throw passes for the North Sanpete Hawks. A completion for Justin Lee, and Zach Lee right there just threw one back to the quarterback to Brady Wheeler. Of course, Zach Lee, the backup quarterback and the JV quarterback for this Hawk football team, gets a completion on that one. First down, Hawks. Coach Tyler Bailey, offensive coordinator, pulling out all the stops, leaving nothing out.
So a nice job for North Sanpete as they get to the 30-yard line of Judge Memorial, about a 23-yard pass play. I formation behind Wheeler, who is under center. Rolls to his left, looking downfield. He's in trouble. He gets sacked all the way back to the 44 of Judge Memorial. A great defensive play by the Bulldogs. Keola Palau. Palau, 5'11", 215-pound sophomore.
He gets up hurt as well, holding that left hand, I think. And he's off to the sideline. So we'll hope that Brady's okay. He's getting checked out by one of the athletic trainers, I think.
Back to the 43-yard line, loss of 13 on the play for Brady Wheeler on the sack. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game. Coming out will be Zach Lee to run the offense now. Now the team looking to the sideline and a little bit of confusion here.
Well, the other trainers and doctors are coming over to help out from Judge Memorial as well. So we're going to have multiple people looking at Brady Wheeler.
So now, wide receiver, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Zach Lee will run the offense under center. I formation for North Sanpete with 3:40 left in the game, trailing 35-0. Little play action. Lee rolls out to his right, fires downfield, going to be caught. Oh, and then hammered, and the ball pops out. Bob Serrano had it. He came up and got drilled as he was hung out to dry by Nick Klein.
Serrano got hit right underneath the armpit, the arm. He was extended to go catch that ball. It was just a little bit too high. He had the ball in his grasp, and then the jarring blow knocked it out.
Incomplete pass at the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 23 for the Hawks at the Judge Memorial 43. In the gun is Lee. Gets the snap over his head, but makes the catch. And now he's going to have to run it himself. Looking downfield, fires downfield, looking for his receiver. Caught at the 20-yard line. What do they call it here? Incomplete? No, I think they called it inbounds and very close to the first down, but still shy by 2 yards at the 22.
I thought maybe he just stopped running because I didn't really hear any whistles or anything like that to stop it out of bounds. The official was way out of position on that one.
Joey Raymond on the catch. It'll be 4th down and 2 as they get it to the 22-yard line. So a nice pickup of 21 yards.
Multiple people trying to help Brady Wheeler. I hope he's okay.
Now the run up the middle, and it looks like the Hawks may have gotten it on the run play. And Zach Lee on the quarterback keeper powers his way to the left side. Good blocking on that left side. Following the block right there of number 64, Jared Beckstead.
Well, as a former basketball coach, I remember watching the last couple football games as the basketball season approached, just hoping that the basketball players on my team wouldn't get hurt. And right now it's the second half of probably the last football game, and Wheeler, a basketball player, injured on the sideline.
There's the handoff to the right side. Down to the 25-yard line is the running back. Nowhere to go as he's tackled Joey Raymond. A lot of penetration there as Judge Memorial takes him down. I believe the last guy to get him there was number 32, Michael Kearns. Minute 52 left in the football game. 2nd down and 14 for the Hawks at the 24-yard line of Judge Memorial. Zach Lee in the shotgun. Drops back, quick pass out to the right side. Almost a one-handed catch by Bob Serrano. And then he gets hit a little late by the defender, number 29, Kelson Pupunu. Pupunu hit him. That was kind of close to being a senseless flag there. Well, because he really couldn't tell on the far side if he had caught the ball or not.
Serrano had time to turn around, look at him, and put his hand out without the ball. So That will be a personal foul penalty against the Bulldogs on an unnecessary hit.
1:29 left in the football game. 35-0. Judge Memorial leads North Sanpete here in this 3A football game. We'll be having our Sunrise Engineering post-game show coming up. Also, we'll hand out our Cavalier Pizza Player of the Game and the Sanpete Valley Conoco Defensive Player of the Game for North Sanpete. This ball will be placed at the 9-yard line for the Hawks. Hawks will come up to the line. Joey Raymond out to the right side. Josh Watts is the tailback. Alex Davis is the fullback. There's the play action. Rolling to his right, throwing and caught at the 10-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line is Watts. No, it's Davis. Davis on the catch from Zach Lee.
Alex Davis, number 32, with the nice catch just streaming across the middle. Has a step on his defender. That's 6 catches now for Alex Davis this season, 6 out of 9. So he catches the ball 67% of the time that it's thrown to him. His long has been 15.
Well, halftime scores. Manti leads Emory at halftime, 28-0. It's Grantsville tied with Juab at 14 apiece at halftime. Grand leads South Sevier 12-6 in the second. Kanab 28, Milford 0 in the second. And Beaver and Parowan tied at 7 in the second quarter. 1:15 left in the football game. North Sanpete trying to score and prevent the shutout here in Salt Lake City. So the Hawks taking a long time in their huddle. Ball will be placed at the 14-yard line. Was that a penalty, Jeff, I guess?
Yep. I don't remember what it was, but it was.
Checking some scores. So the penalty drives him back. There's a pass, and it's going to be almost caught. It is caught. But then the flowing hair player from Judge Memorial takes him down on the tackle. I believe that was big number 83, Tofa Fainga.
Well, they were both there to try to make the catch, and the play will go to the offensive player. I didn't even catch who caught that ball for the North Sanpete Hawks. Maybe Bob Serrano coming back to the huddle at the end there.
So North Sanpete trying to score here with 36 seconds left, and flag flies on the play. Was that illegal motion?
I don't think the Hawks were set for that 1 second that they're supposed to be set, so kind of a mushy start to that play.
So looks like they will call a timeout. Judge Memorial calls a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Are you looking for comfort, quality, and reliability with your furniture, appliances, or electronics? That's exactly what you find at Beck's Home Furnishings in Mount Pleasant. Choose from a variety of Ashley furniture items, do-it-best appliances, and quality electronics. So whether you're looking for a good night's sleep, relaxing in your favorite chair, having a pleasant family dinner, or getting the chores done, Beck's can help. Plus, Beck's has outstanding prices and special sales every week. Visit them today at 14 West Main in Mount Pleasant or online at shopbecks.com.
MKJ Construction has been serving Central Utah and the surrounding area for over 30 years. Whether you have a project as large as a new road or water line or as intricate as a decorative landscape feature, we have the experience and equipment to complete any size project. We also deliver sand, gravel, road base, topsoil, and landscaping boulders. Call MKJ Construction at 427-9299, 427-9299, and see what we can do for you.
Welcome back, North Sanpete. 32 seconds left in the game, trailing 35-0. Zach Leanne, this is the backup quarterback, throwing to the end zone, looking and incomplete as he threw it out. That'll be 3rd down and goal from the 12-yard line.
Little miscommunication there from Serrano and Zach Lee. Serrano kind of stopped and did a little bit of a hitch there instead of continuing to run, and Lee threw it as if he was going to continue to run.
So 23 seconds left. 35-0. North Sanpete trails. This may be the last play of the game with the clock running. Now Lee drops back. He throws to the end zone. It's going to be tipped and incomplete with 7 seconds left. Or 6 seconds. And once they set the ball, they will likely start the clock. So North Sanpete won't be up the line in time. That could be the last play of the game. 35-0. Judge Memorial defeats the North Sanpete Hawks. Unless they keep the clock started. They call a timeout?
The Hawks call a timeout.
They do call a timeout. So we'll take one as well. We'll be right back.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
We have an obligation to make the community around us better.
Even though we've grown quite a lot, we still maintain the neighborhood, home, we're going to take care of you kind of attitude at Centricom.
We have an old bus that's kind of scary looking, and we fire the old bus up and we throw everybody in.
And welcome back. Here we go. Last play of the game, 35-0 Hawks trail I formation. Behind Zach Lee. Lee back to pass, looking to the end zone, firing, looking for Serrano. Knocked down defensively. A great defensive play by Judge Memorial. And that'll end the football game, 35-0. The Judge Memorial Bulldogs move on to the state semifinals down at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. And that was a fine defensive play, I believe, by number 29 of Judge Memorial, just to give him credit. Kelson Papunu making that great defensive play. So the Hawks drop one here in Salt Lake City to Judge Memorial. It's time now to send it to our Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Sunrise Engineering, of course, we've got them out of Fillmore, Utah, all over the state, working to improve your community. You can see how at sunrise-eng.com. They're in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona. Been there for over 30 years. We'll be back in 2 minutes for our postgame show.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Visit your Sanpete Valley Conoco in Moroni, where you'll find courteous service at the convenience store and the world-famous Sanpete barbecue turkey sandwiches. Sanpete Valley Conoco is the place for refreshing frazzles, irresistible treats, delicious pizza, and the only place to get the new Yo Cream. Yogurts, only creamier with lots of toppings, and the new Boba Bursts, a new experience in eating ice cream. They also serve all of Central Utah with bulk fuel, oil, and lube delivery, whether in the drum or bucket. Visit Sanpete Valley Conoco at the junction of highways in Moroni.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
State Farm Insurance and Financial Services is your best choice for dependable insurance coverage and finance options. Local agent Danny Dykes in Moroni offers all types of insurance, as well as State Farm Financial Services, where you're able to finance your dreams through State Farm Bank. State Farm also offers the Pocket Agent app for smartphones and the new Drive Safe and Save discount. Visit your local State Farm Insurance and Financial Services office in Moroni. Phone 800-347-8601. That's 800-347-8601.
And welcome back here to our Sunrise Engineering post-game show. And we live and work close to you. See their office locations at sunrise-eng.com. Judge Memorial celebrating at the 50-yard line after their victory over North Sanpete, 35-0 here in Salt Lake City. And really, this game never started off well for North Sanpete. An interception, short field for Judge Memorial, touchdown, fumble recovery on the second possession by Brady Wheeler. Not the fumble recovery, he fumbled, Judge Memorial recovered, and then they scored again.
Yeah, another short field and another quick touchdown, and it was all downhill after that. And so between the two turnovers and the early penalties and the talent and running of the Judge Memorial Bulldogs, just a tough start to the game for the Hawks. 35-0 at halftime, and that's what it ends up at the final.
So 35-0 is our score. We didn't really see much of any offense from North Sanpete to talk about. Defensively, they had a few players we've got in mind to give the player of the game to, of course. We'll talk about that coming up. Of course, this is our Sunrise Engineering post-game show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up stats, give our players of the game, and in the any final comments on the season we'll have from Jeff Erickson on this game, of course, on the Hawks season. And we'll take a look at the brackets coming up and give you some scores. We'll do that in 2 minutes here on KLGL and Centricom Channel 10.
What's inside your kid? A teacher, an engineer, a musician, an accountant, a doctor, or maybe a scientist. Your kid has what it takes to excel and succeed, but they may not know it. You can help them unlock their potential and find out what's inside. Partner up with their teachers and coaches. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
The mayor, city council, and residents in the cities of Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Moroni wish the North Sanpete Hawks the best of luck this season. The entire community is proud to support North Sanpete High School in preparing the future leaders of Sanpete County. They're committed to ensuring that area youth are provided the best opportunities to learn the important lessons of life through academics and athletic competition. Good luck to the players, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body from the cities of Fairview, Moroni, and Mount Pleasant.
Centricom is positioned incredibly well for the future.
We have become the second largest fiber system in the state, Centricom has.
We provide data services for the Wasatch Front, school districts, and hospitals, libraries.
We now serve over 7,000 internet customers in our area, which is amazing.
We are prepared for the future and excited about the future.
Centricom, 110 years of service.
I hate to use the cold word, but winter's going to be on us faster than a bug on chrome, and cold is just what it's going to be. Stalling sheet metal heating and air conditioning to the rescue. They service all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners. They're authorized dealers for Lennox, Carrier, and Trane furnace systems. Stalling sheet metal also has a full line of wood, gas, and pellet burning stoves and fireplaces. It's time to get your heating system serviced for winter. Call today. Stalling sheet metal heating and air conditioning in Mount Pleasant.
Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant is a proud sponsor of North Sanpete High School sports on the radio and wishes the team the best of luck in this season. The entire staff and management of Terry Brotherson Excavating are committed to supporting various academic and athletic programs to help prepare our youth for life. Providing all types of excavating work throughout the state of Utah, Terry Brotherson Excavating of Mount Pleasant. Happy to support the North Sanpete Hawks this season.
The Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi offers state-of-the-art rehabilitation services. The physical therapy department is committed to providing patients with the highest quality rehabilitative services. As part of the hospital team, board-certified physical therapists work closely with doctors and other healthcare professionals in coordinating and caring for patients. In addition, they have a specialist with 14 years experience that's certified by the Academy of Wound Care. Next time you or a loved one needs rehabilitation services, think of Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi.
Welcome back once again here on Centricom Channel 10 and KLGL. Mike Train and Jeff Erickson with you. Judge Memorial beats North Sanpete 35-0 here in Salt Lake City. And what do you have to say about James Cordova's team, Jeff? I tell you, they're running backs. They really had some sweet options out there, some speed. They just seem to have the whole package.
Well, what I liked is that they like to hit. You could tell it was one of those things that when they could maybe make a decision on if they were going to go for the ball in the secondary or make the hit, they were doing the hit every time. And the Hawk players knew that and were looking for it and dropped a couple of balls here and there. But James Cordova's team, very well-deserved #1 ranking in 3A. It's just a great football program as well. So kudos to them, and we wish them the best of luck continuing on. They play the winner out of Juab and Grantsville, which I believe is tied 14-all right now going into the third quarter.
Well, let's take a look at some of the stats for this football game. As we take a look at that, we'll be thinking about our players of the game for this football game. Let's take a look at North Sanpete. It's very anemic. 5 rushes for 7 yards for Spencer Applegarth, a rush for 5 yards for Mark Otto. 2 rushes for 11 yards for Justin Lee. Also a rush for 2 yards for Alex Davis. And then 7 rushes for 14 yards for Brady Wheeler. Total rush attack for the Hawks, 15 rushes for 39 yards. Also in the pass department, Brady Wheeler was 4 of 19 for 19 yards and an interception. The other quarterbacks, which was a halfback pass by Lee and also Zach Lee, and we're talking Justin Lee and Zach Lee, 4 of 6 for 80 yards. So they had most of the passing yards. 8 passes for 25 yards, 8 passes for 99 yards in this football game, and 1 interception together as quarterbacks. 8 of 25, I guess, is what it was for 99 yards. The big receiver, there wasn't really a big receiver, but 4 catches for Joey Raymond. He had 30 yards in receiving. 1 catch for 33 for Hadley. 1 catch for 10 yards for Bob Serrano. Brady Wheeler had a catch for 23 yards. And then Alex Davis had a catch for 3 yards. For Judge Memorial, they really led the way this game with rushing. We'll start off with the largest one, which was the quarterback. That was Caden Ellis. He was 5 rushes for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. 2 rushes for 30 yards for Aiden Auer. 7 rushes for 73 yards for the bruising running back, Max Barnett. 5 rushes for 68 yards for Henry Garcia. 3 rushes for 90 yards. 3 rushes and 90 yards for number 12, Michael Perry, had a rush of 42 and a rush of 50. And then 3 rushes for 6 yards for number 19, which was Mark Barnett. Passing department, 3 of 4 for 40 yards in the football game. Total offense on the ground, 25 rushes for 389 yards, 5 touchdowns for Judge Memorial. Overall, 429 yards rushing or offense for the Bulldogs with that 40 yards passing. 1 catch for 5 yards in the game for Sean McMinney, and 1 catch for 13 yards for Mark Barnett, and 1 catch for 22 yards in the football game for number 12, Michael Perry. Let's take a look at our player of the game honors. First for the North Sanpete Hawks, we have our Cavalier Pizza player of the game. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call 462-3388. Who wins this one, Jeff? A nice 8-inch personal pan pizza and a drink.
Well, you got to go with the player that had the most catches. I went with Joey Raymond. He had 4 catches for the North Sanpete Hawks. You know, Wheeler has had a stellar season. He's gotten the award a couple of times, and Raymond, I know, got it at least once, but today he had 4 catches, so we're going to go ahead and give it to Joey Raymond, senior football player from the North Sanpete Hawks.
All right, so he gets that award. Let's take a look at our Sanpete Valley Conoco player of the game. Of course, Sanpete Valley Conoco at the Highway Junction in Moroni. Of course, they have some wonderful treats, some jerky, as well as other treats at Sanpete Valley Conoco. What do we go with here?
You know, we call his name a lot the last few games, and Jared Beckstead really has done a nice job defensively for the North Sanpete Hawks. Last week we called his name quite a few times, but we ended up giving the second player of the game award to Zach Lee for his catches. And so I think Jared Beckstead, between last week and this week, really had an impact on the defensive side. And Jared Beckstead, he's going to get that Sanpete Valley Conoco Defensive Player of the Game award.
So congratulations to him. That's our last broadcast of North Sanpete football. Of course, they finished the season at 3-7. A special thanks to all of our sponsors: Sanpete Valley Conoco, State Farm Insurance Agent Danny Dykes, the cities of Fairview, Mount Pleasant, and Moroni, Stalling Sheet Metal, Terry Brotherson Excavating, Central Valley Medical Center, American Family Insurance Agent Carol Carver, MKJ Construction, Eco-Life, Cache Valley Bank, Centricom Channel 10, Terrell's Marketplace, Skyline Pharmacy, Christiansen Glass and Paint, Beck's Home Furnishing, Snow College, SUU, and Sunrise Engineering. Of course, Sunrise Engineering sponsoring our post-game show. Of course, they live and work close to you. See their office locations at sunrise-eng.com. Got some senior football players maybe we want to mention before we break.
Yeah, there's a list of these seniors, and we need to acknowledge their hard work and efforts for Coach Matt Roberts and his coaching staff, and representing North Sanpete High School well with sportsmanship as well as effort. Justin Lee, number 1. Andrew Rosenlund, number 2. Number 6, Joey Raymond. Number 13, Gilbert Lemus. Chaden Jenkins, number 15. Callan Cox, number 17. Joseph Danvers, number 20. Number 22, Josh Watts. Number 30, Caden Cook. Number 32, Alex Davis. Number 39, Mark Otto. Number 46, Sisto Valdez. Number 52, Taylor Olson. 53, Cheeks Colton Barkdale. Number 60, Luis Gallardo. Jared Beckstead. Number 64, Ryan Milne. Number 68, number 75, Garrett Turpin. And Devin Bailey, number 86. Congratulations to the seniors for all their hard work, effort, dedication to the weight room, to their to the classroom to maintain their eligibility, get the grades necessary to play football for this Hawk football program, to take a positive step in the right direction, qualifying for the state tournament, getting a marquee win last week ago against a traditionally good program in the Delta Rabbits, and just increasing the numbers overall for this football program. I think Coach Roberts has the football program headed in the right direction. There's a great crop of freshmen. There's some talented skill players in that sophomore class, and then there's some bruisers in the junior class, as well as some good and athletic players in that junior class that got a lot of experience. And so when these things merge together, it'll be a step in the right direction the next few years for Coach Roberts. All right, before we break away, here's some scores for you. A final, it was Morgan beating Richfield 32-13. Juab and Grantsville tied at 14.5. Manti leading Emory at halftime 28-0. Beaver beat leading Parowan 15-10 at halftime. Kanab, of course, leading Milford 40-0 at halftime, and Grand leading South Sevier 20-6. Now, with the win today, Judge Memorial moves into the semifinals next Friday at SUU. They will play the winner of the Juab Grantsville game. And then Morgan, who beat Richfield 32-13, will await the winner of the Manti Emory game down at SUU on Saturday, November 9th. That's going to wrap things up. For Nate Palmer, for Jeff Erickson, I'm Mike Trena. Again, your final score, the Judge Memorial Bulldogs defeat the North Sanpete Hawks here in the 3A playoffs in Salt Lake City, 35-0. Have a great evening, everyone.
You've been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.